In the
All right. Hey everyone. Today I just wanted to catch up on some special programs. I haven't actually watched any of these. And 1.4 is on Friday, so I'm sure this was going to be pretty redundant since I've already cleared the story and I've played or watched most of these characters and dealt with most of the systems, but still curious. I like the chibis, so just gonna get right on in and see what this one's about. Yeah, I'm sure those codes are long gone. Oh, it's about the Z and Zhao. This ought to be good.
In the last few days,
Wow,
our
that's very
team has
loud.
received some incredible intel from an anonymous
Okay,
source.
let's turn that down
A
a bit.
mysterious Stellaron burst has occurred aboard the Xianzhou La Fu. Today, we're lucky to have with us in the studio the La Fu Skyfaring Helm Master Madame Yukong, as well as Mr. La Cha, a traveling merchant currently staying on the ship. Madame Yukong, what's the latest on the La Fu situation?
Well, for the most part, the Stellaron crisis has been brought under control. We've evacuated affected areas, and life has returned to normal in the safe zones.
I see. Mr. Lacha, I hear you experienced the crisis firsthand. What was it like on the ground?
Well, I was trapped in the Law Fu's Cloudford Harbor at first. It was only thanks to the Cloud Knights and a fortuitous encounter with kindly strangers that I was able to escape unharmed.
That's the Xianzhou Alliance. I knew you guys had everything under control.
I should mention that over the course of this crisis, we've witnessed a lot of suspicious activity. We believe the infamous Stellaron hunters are responsible. We now
I'm just. Is it just gonna be an owl? Is it literally just like a talk show, like David Letterman, but instead of it's an owl?
have two suspects in our custody, Blade and Kafka. Unfortunately, their accomplice is still on the loose.
Oh, you're talking about the hacker girl, right? Silverwolf? I heard she infiltrated the Xianzhou systems. I say she leaves behind a calling card.
Like this one.
Nice.
Exactly. Just like.
Very nice.
Your fake ID info's ready.
Oh,
This
this
place
is the
is
patch
different
with
from the rest
her.
of the space station.
That makes
We're
sense.
on Genius Society turf. All right, let's get going. We have to move quickly. Not what we're looking for. It's a bait signal. You can challenge the space station. But challenge me? Good luck.
Oh yeah, this is part of the companion quest.
Welcome to Billabong's History and Culture Museum.
Oh shit, okay.
As you can see, the interior looks brand new.
So it's about like an event of that size is like once per patch. That's pretty cool. I also like how they have the robot guy there from Silverwolf's companion quest. That's pretty cool.
Interior looks brand new. But we're in a bit of a bind. Our exhibit was stolen. Let me take a look.
Oh. So this must have been also the banner with Locha, right? Or Lacha? Okay. That's pretty neat.
So these are the suspects.
Let's settle this. Enough talk. Have at
it! Never let your guard down in front of your enemy. And now, young man, allow me to give you a dignified end.
Wow. So that was okay. That was a lot of those companion quests just done. Nice. All right. Well, let's just skip on through that. The art's pretty cool. They should consider putting out animated backgrounds.
And weather.
Oh, a little too far.
Woo! And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. As always, it's your host and good buddy Albert. Welcome to the Honkai Star Rail version 1.1 Galactic Roaming Special Program.
Hello, good to be here.
Today, we've invited 3 special guests to be with us on the program.
Nice.
Introducing...
Hi guys, my name's Melissa Fawn and I voice Silverwolf.
Hey folks, my name's Craig Lee Thomas and I voice Lacha.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dawn M. Bennett, and I voice Yukong.
Pleasure to have you with us.
Nice.
And now, without further ado, let's get straight into Honkai Star Rail version 1.1. What's new, Craig?
It's weird though. I'm so used to the Genshin one where the actual like host is the main character. This be like if you had like, well, you can't even use Paimon as an example, right? Because the owl's not like the mascot. So I feel like you'd have March or something doing these.
Well, judging from the trailer we just saw, it looks like all 3 areas got some updates. Herta Space Station, Bellabog, and the Xianzhou Lafu.
I don't know if you noticed, but Silverwolf got the first bit of screen time. Just saying.
Speaking of Silverwolf,
Actually, all of them.
I hear our notorious Stellaron Hunter is planning another visit to Genius Society territory soon. Let's take a close look at this little troublemaker.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the first time we saw this mysterious girl was back at the start of the story.
That's right. It's hard to keep an air of mystery when you're the first one on the scene, but
I think she couldn't have timed it better.
I think you couldn't have timed that better.
So, what role does Silverwolf have within the Stellaron Hunters?
She's a super hacker, essentially. Lots of technical know-how. If you've got a hack, she's got your back.
It's kind of scary how good she is.
Yeah.
Hacking the surveillance system on Herta's space station? Not easy. That's how she located the Stellaron.
Let's not forget the Xianzhou. She hacked into the Lawfu's systems and guided the Astral Express crew onto the ship.
You guys know that this is all pretty illegal, right?
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah. I guess what we're trying to say is Silverwolf is capable of breaking through any and all defense systems.
Yeah.
That's why she's useful to the Stellaron Hunters.
I see. Second question. What's with all the gaming paraphernalia?
Oh, I've been meaning to ask that too. A console here, controller buttons there. It's a vibe.
Well, this probably won't come as a surprise to anyone, but she's a gamer. In fact, she sees the universe as a game in itself, and she's playing to win.
Nice.
She actually uses a lot of gamer slang in conversation. Not everyone picks up on it, though.
Got it. So it's fair to say she's kind of a nerd?
You could say that. She's also not great at socializing.
Really? Huh. She always struck me as pretty outgoing.
I guess she does have a lot of friends.
Hold up a second. She's an outgoing nerd with poor social skills and a lot of friends. That's quite the combo.
Well, if you struggle to make friends, why not create your own?
Melissa, you're talking about imaginary friends, right? I'm not sure that counts.
Dang, it's brutal,
Aw.
man.
Okay, let me explain. I'm talking about the AI modules in her weapons. See these little guys on her character artwork? That's friend. There's devil. This one over here is white collar. Oh, and this one's servant.
Oh, they're so cute.
That is kind of cute.
Yeah, they're pretty adorable. When Silverwolf talks about her team of professionals, she's talking about these guys.
Oh my god,
Hold on
that's
a
nice.
second. Since when did AI become so adorable?
Very nice.
Really, we're making it real easy for the machines to take over. It's thanks to Silverwolf's hacking skills that she's been able to forge such a fearsome reputation at such a young age. Let's take a look at her strengths.
Well, Silverwolf is a quantum-type character following the path of nihility. She can apply different debuffs to enemies to improve her allies' combat superiority. In particular, her skill can inflict a weakness on enemies. The weakness she inflicts matches a random ally's attack type.
Which is...
That makes sense. Because I was wondering, like, why solo quantum was like such a big thing, and now solo quantum with Silverwolf always weak against quantum. That makes sense.
to say that even if nobody on her team has an attack type which matches an enemy's weakness, Silverwolf can create a weakness that will correspond to an ally's existing strength.
Exactly! In addition, every one of Silverwolf's attacks has a chance of inflicting the enemy with a random bug. There are 3 kinds of bugs, which reduce the enemy's attack, defense, and speed, respectively.
Okay.
And outside of combat, Silverwolf can use her technique to attack an enemy and enter battle. Regardless of enemy weakness, she deals damage to all enemies and reduces their toughness.
Oh, damn.
If Silverwolf breaks an enemy's weakness with her technique, it triggers the quantum weakness break effect, right?
Yes, that's right. What else was I going to mention? Oh, her ultimate. Silverwolf's ultimate has a high chance of reducing the enemy's defense in addition to dealing damage.
I love that animation.
So cool.
It's like something out of a rhythm
That's
game,
pretty
right? See, I'm starting to see what you mean by the universe being a game to her.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't stop there either. Did I mention her ability names? There's System Warning, Allow Changes, Awaiting System Response, Force Quit Program. Oh, you get the picture.
That is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, was there one called a 10-set guarantee? Ooh, or how about Single Warp Miracle?
Sadly not. Her ultimate's called User Banned, though.
Oh, I know what
great.
that means. Banned out of existence. Yeah, I guess the scary ultimate needs a scary name. Well, it's time to move on to the Xianzhou's mysterious visitor. Laocha, the traveling merchant. Ooh.
Yeah, should have pulled him. Sad days. Because if they actually do have,
Straight off the bat.
they do have banner reruns starting at 1.4. Because I remember there's some rumors going on about Sela coming back. So in 1.5 or 1.6, depending on how they do that, he would come back. It'd be pretty cool. But that would be like, what are they, 6-week patch cycles? So that would be, I think 1.4 is supposed to drop on like the 11th of October. So 1.5 would be like mid to late November. So 1.6 probably wouldn't be end of December, start of January. So, well, I guess plenty of time to save, right?
That man knows how to dress. Elegant look, gentlemanly demeanor, but they say he's hiding a secret. What do you think? Good guy or villain?
I don't know
He
yet.
seems very suspicious.
Really? How so?
Well, imagine some guy waltzes into your hometown dressed like an aristocrat from another planet, but he knows all the local customs. You'd be a little taken aback, right?
Hey, I think you're being a little hard on the guy. Some tourists do their research.
No, this guy seems sus as fuck. Like, he seems like a nice guy, don't get me wrong, but definitely sus.
Well, don't you think his healing abilities are a little mysterious? They came in pretty handy during the Stellaron crisis.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm a traveler merchant, I'm gonna want some first aid skills under my belt.
Exactly.
It's a dangerous career.
Career, huh? Are you sure that's how he makes a living? We haven't seen him trade a single thing.
Well,
That's
I
true.
feel like this guy already made his fortune. Maybe traveling merchant is just what super rich tourists like to tell people.
Jeez, you guys have an answer for everything. Is this the Laocha fan club or something?
Yes.
Let's start one.
Yeah.
Well, what about the coven he carries around with him? Nothing out of the ordinary there, right?
Nope.
Yeah, you got me there.
Yeah, that's suspicious.
I'm not so sure. Everyone needs a conversation starter, right? Especially traveling merchants. Think about it. If you walk past this guy, the coffin's gonna draw your attention, right? You'll probably ask him about it, and before you know it, he sold you a new set of shower curtain rings.
You know something? That kind of makes sense.
Pretty smart.
I see.
And if you find people are in need of a few shower curtain rings, I happen upon the finest collection of authentic Xianzhou bathroomware. Beautiful stuff. Low prices, too.
Touching the original question here. Is Laocha a good guy or villain?
I don't think we have enough information.
Yeah, we're in 1.4,
Alright
or 1.3, and we still
Guess
don't.
all you trailblazers have to make up your own minds. So, why don't we take a look at his ability?
Ooh, now we're talking. Laocha is an imaginary type character following the path of abundance. For a man with medical knowledge, it's not surprising that he's strong on protection. He can offer healing too and dispel debuffs from his allies. For example, Laocha's skill can restore an ally's HP. When the HP of any ally falls below a certain percentage, Laocha uses his skill on them without consuming any skill points.
Oh, that's
This effect
cool.
can be triggered again after a set number of turns.
Emergency healing, huh?
That's really
Important for team survival.
Sure is. After unlocking a special trace, using Laocha's skill also dispels a debuff from an ally.
Huh.
Using Laocha's ultimate, Death Wish, dispels one buff from and deals imaginary damage to all enemies.
Holy
In other
shit.
words, if you've got an enemy that's always buffing themselves or debuffing your allies, Laocha has an important role to play.
Precisely. And here's something else. Every time Laocha uses his skill or ultimate, he grants himself one stack of Abyss Flower. Now, when the Abyss Flower reaches a certain number of stacks, Laocha deploys a field against the enemy, which lasts for a set number of turns. When the field is active, allies recover a set amount of HP whenever they make an attack.
Oh.
And that's not all. After unlocking a special trace, attacks against enemies in the field can restore ally HP.
Cool. It's like a force field of healing.
During exploration, when Lacha uses his technique, Mercy of a Fool, his field will be immediately generated at the start of the next battle.
Oh shit, okay.
Sheesh. Mr. Lacha. Mysterious origins and extraordinary skills.
Yeah. I can't remember, like, Yukong's not a new 4-star, right? She was in the launch of the game. Maybe?
There's somebody else here we gotta get to. I'm talking about the elegant, sky-faring Hellmaster, Madame Yukong.
About time, too! Well, from
Maybe she
commerce,
was just now.
cargo, passengers, all the way through to the Air Force, the Skyfaring Commission is in charge of all matters relating to flight. Yukong is the head of that commission, so the above falls right under her remit.
Nice. Speaking of flight, it seems like star skiffs are the most
now I have to know.
emblematic means of transportation on the Xianzhou.
Kong.
Yeah, they're a common sight in the Xianzhou skies. Yukong can fly them, right?
I'd say she's pretty handy with a star skiff. When she was young, it was Yukong's flying skills that saw her promoted by the general. That's how she joined the Skyfaring Commission. She soon became an ace among the other pilots.
No, it looks like she was in with the 1.0
That's not the
launch.
story I heard.
Yeah.
All right, you got me. Here's the
Okay.
director's cut. Yukong ran 6 red lights in a row. She was dragged straight in front of the general and...
I get the picture. Sometimes rebels get noticed.
You're
Oh,
only young once.
Never mind, no, she was
6
released
red
as a
lights,
playable
huh?
character in 1.1.
Disclaimer, trailblazers,
shit.
don't try that at home. Well, her rebellious streak might be a thing of the past, but she's still as sharp as ever. Dawn, give us the lowdown.
Coming right up. Yukong is an imaginary type character following the path of harmony. Her skill Emboldening Salvo grants her 2 stacks of Roaring Bowstrings. When Roaring Bowstrings is active, the attack of all allies increases. Yukong loses 1 stack of Roaring Bowstrings with every allied turn.
In other words, Yukong's skill can increase allies' attack for 2 turns.
You got it. During exploration, using Yukong's technique increases her movement speed for a set time.
Oh,
It
that's
also
cool.
allows her to obtain 2 stacks of Roaring Bowstrings at the start of the next battle.
Ooh, sounds like a good recipe for shaking off enemy pursuers.
Using Yukong's basic attack triggers her talent 7 layers, 1 arrow, which deals additional damage and increases the toughness reducing damage of the current attack. This effect can be triggered again after a set number of turns.
Ah.
When Yukong unleashes her ultimate, Diving Kestrel, she deals imaginary damage to a single target. If Roaring Bowstrings is active, its effect is enhanced, increasing the crit rate and crit damage of all allies. Her days on the front lines may be over, but Yukong's skills didn't go anywhere. Maybe one day, we'll get to see her take flight once again.
Ooh, here's hoping.
Man, we're really spoiled for choice with these characters, huh? Still, let's not forget what else we've got coming up.
Yeah, what else
In
are they
version
going to talk about?
1.1, we'll be welcoming 2 brand new light cones to the warp.
Oh,
First
wow.
up, Incessant Rain.
That makes sense.
Bubblegum in the rain, huh? That's a mood.
The Silverwolf energy is strong in this one.
You got that right. So we don't want to tidy the room?
So true. She's like, I told you, Kafka. I'm gonna tidy it as soon as version 1.1 finishes downloading.
Sure.
The second light cone is the Path of Abundances, Echoes of the Coffin. See, it looks like a snapshot of Lacha talking to the coffin?
Wow, looks like some kind of thorny vines are emerging from beneath the
Oh my
lid.
God.
So many questions. I get a sense of mystery and elegance, but there's also a kind of tenderness and fragility here. Don't you think?
Well, one thing's for sure. If people weren't curious about Lacha's coffin yet, they are now.
Just a man and
Yeah, when are we going to find out about the coffin? That'd be great to know. No, I'm not going to look it up because I don't want to be spoiled.
his ornately decorated vine-producing coffin. Nothing to see here, folks.
Whatever you say, Craig. Check this out. During the first phase of version 1.1 in the character warp, Contract 0, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Silver Wolf. During the same phase in the Light Cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star Light Cone Incessant Rain will be boosted. Now, during the second phase of version 1.1 in the character warp Lake Pursuit, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Lacha and 4-star character Yukong. During the same phase, in the Light Cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star Light Cone Echoes of the Coffin will be boosted. I almost forgot to mention, when version 1.2 rolls around, Trailblazers can take part in an in-game event to obtain the 4-star character Yukong
Oh yeah, I did that like the other day.
for free.
Sick.
Details for this event will be announced through official channels in the not-too-distant future.
Nice.
Ooh, awesome.
Whew.
Wow.
All right.
I mean,
Let's take a break
Started.
for a minute here,
Yeah.
but when we get back, we'll be talking version 1.1 events.
oh yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering what else is gonna be left. Events. I wonder if there'll be any story like snippets or a trailer. Let's get through this. There we go.
Welcome back, Trailblazers. New characters and light cones aside, version 1.1 has lots of events and gameplay updates. And a little bird told me there's an event connected to Silverwolf on the way.
I heard the same thing. At the start of the story, Kafka and Silverwolf invaded Herta's space station. Kafka's mission was to awaken the Trailblazer. Silverwolf's mission was to help Kafka infiltrate the space station's systems and locate the hidden Stellaron. But that wasn't enough for Silverwolf.
I can believe that. She's been on the IPC's wanted list for as long as I can remember.
During the invasion, she left behind some kind of digital graffiti. Just her way of letting everyone know Silverwolf was here.
Way to rub it in their faces, Silverwolf. Still, artists need an outlet.
This all sounds like classic Silverwolf.
You see, I thought they added all those kinds of events to like the permanent section of the game, because like I was able to go back and do the fight ring and the museum. So I wonder if it wasn't just like really that big of an event.
Wolf energy to me.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys the name of her homeworld. Punk Lord. Kind of fitting,
I still think of One Piece when I hear that. I hope we actually get to go to her world, because that'd be pretty cool.
don't you think?
Seriously?
No way.
Afraid so. I think she was destined for this kind of behavior. Anyway, in the Star Hunt game event, the Trailblazers receive an invite from the space station's network security engineer, Leonard. They have to help Leonard locate the digital graffiti hidden across the station and uncover.
I just did her companion quest, and that sounds like her companion quest. Just, I guess, not as cool. So I guess they don't add all the events to the permanent section? Huh.
The secrets inside.
Wait, there are secrets hidden inside the graffiti? But if it's all digital... Oh, I bet you need to hack into it or something.
You might be right. We also get to meet a new Genius Society member, one of Madame Herta's collaborators, Screwlum. He'll be helping the Trailblazers too.
Boy, haven't we seen Screwlum before somewhere?
I think we saw a hologram portrait of him in Herta's office. He's a robot, right?
A robot Genius Society member. Interesting. I bet he's got a few hacker skills up his sleeve. If he's helping us out too, I'm sure we'll be fine.
You know what I found out? Silverwolf and Screwlum actually faced off against each other once. You can see a snapshot of their fight in the We Will Meet Again light cone.
Whoa. Okay, Screwlum, looking kind of handsome there. Geez, his portrait really doesn't do him justice.
You know, if you and the light cone need a moment here, the rest of us can head out.
I love a handsome robot.
I guess this event will be the second time Screwlum's come up against Silverwolf's mischief then. Old enemies locking horns once again.
Ooh, guess it does kind of feel like a rematch.
I gotta mention that graffiti again. Anyone else feel like it'd make for a good tattoo? I feel like some of these characters could pull it off.
I don't think that feature is coming to Star Rail anytime soon.
Oh, what?
But I did hear that the designs are collectible. The Trailblazer
What?
can apply them to in-game surfaces and take photos with the artwork.
Oh,
Nice.
that would've been
Collecting the
cool.
graffiti designs also allows you to
Dang.
unlock the limited 4-star light cone before the tutorial mission starts.
Son of-
Complete the event mission to obtain Always Smiling, which can be exchanged in the event shop for limited light cone special superimposition
I
material,
wonder if that
as
event
well
will
as
come back.
Stellar Jade.
Hey, that's another
Or if
good-looking
there's a
light
way to
cone.
get it.
Not to change the subject or anything, but I gotta ask. Is that Albert merch I'm seeing over there?
It looks so fluffy! I want one.
Well, to mention it, why don't I introduce you to the IPC's merchandise department? If you guys had your own merch, they'd be sold out in no time. Or maybe let's just get back to version 1.1 for now. In the story thus far, Belobog has finally emerged from the Stellaron shadow. But there's a lot left to do. The city is going through changes. Any of you guys want to shed some light?
I heard a thing or two. Now that the underworld and overworld are reconnected, things are definitely heading in a better direction. One recent development, Belobog's History Museum is getting ready to reopen to the public.
Museum? I love museums.
Museum's
Aw,
pretty
don't you wish you could take the exhibits home with you, though?
The only problem is exhibits are being stolen.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to tell us, Melissa?
Oh, wait a minute. I only just found out they had a museum. How could it have been me?
I didn't say it was you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Prime suspect. Anyway, in the Everwinter City Museum Ledger of Curiosities event, the Trailblazer must help Pela
good
track
event.
down clues and recover the lost exhibits.
It's a bit misleading though, because I'm like, it's limited time, but it gets added because I was able to do it. So I wonder if like it's more limited time rewards because like I got a lot of rewards, but maybe you get less if you don't do it during the actual event.
Oh, I love a good whodunit.
Sounds great.
Well, that's not all. The Trailblazer can take on managerial responsibilities and help run the place.
Okay.
Huh. So what does that involve exactly?
I'm glad you asked. The Trailblazer can do
Yeah,
things
that's
like
pretty cool.
collect exhibits and enlist other individuals to improve the overall experience for visitors. After achieving specific operational goals, they can accumulate funds to expand the museum's exhibits and gradually unlock limited time rewards, such as Stellar Jade, Lost Crystals.
Okay, yeah, I did all this. Yeah, so far it seems like the rewards stayed.
And self-modeling resin.
Sounds like fun. I'm sure it'll be a piece of cake.
When the limited time event is over, the museum will remain as a mode within the game. Trailblazers can return to the museum at any time to check out the collection and catch up with colleagues.
Oh, okay. So I guess they'll tell you if it's permanent.
Of course, if you encounter any issues during the running of the museum, please don't hesitate to get in touch with the IPC. Wait, we don't have the service. Gotta get ahead of myself.
Deep breath, Albert. Not everything is an IPC sales pitch.
Thanks, Don. This is what happens if you read commercials for a living.
No worries. Kinda did sound like a useful service. Maybe the IPC should look into it.
I'm sure our Trailblazers are more interested in the content of the new version. Let's get back on track.
All right. A researcher from the space station found a combat simulation program of unknown origin called Stellar Flare, which contains a series of new challenge stages.
Huh? More challenges?
Every stage in Stellar Flare has a challenge theme and
Oh, whoa.
corresponding special mechanism. Trailblazers will have to think outside the box and use any advantages offered by the mechanisms to complete the stage in as few turns as possible.
Oh, this would have been cool. to
Sounds
have
like the
played.
Forgotten Hall to me.
Ugh,
The
I
difference
wonder if
with
they'll come
Stellar
back.
Flare is that the special mechanisms might require completely new ways
is
of
it, like,
thinking
already
about
in the game?
combat. For example, in some stages, using your skill
Curious.
doesn't consume skill points. In others, damage dealt when breaking an enemy's toughness is increased, but the enemy's toughness will be immediately restored.
Huh, sounds pretty cool, but I'm sure Silverwolf will take care of it in one turn.
what if I haven't leveled up enough characters? Is it impossible for me to complete the challenge?
Don't worry. To assist Trailblazers in completing the challenge, every Stellar Flare stage has a trial character suited to the
All right, let's see here. No, it was this was just a limited time event. It looks like. That's a shame. Like, I feel like they should just add some of the, like, add them all. I mean, it's content, which is always great.
theme.
You don't.
So I'm feeling like this game is a lot less of, less freedom to do things, obviously, because it's not open world like Genshin. But, like, if you do all the content, right, there's only so much you can do. Versus Genshin, you do everything, like the stories, the achievement hunting, all that stuff. I still feel like there's more things you can still do. Versus like this game, I feel like you can very quickly get to a point where it's just you log in for like the 10-15 minutes at most to get your dailies and like contribute to your weeklies and just get them out of the way. And then it's just like, what do you log in to do? Just burn some resin, I guess. Or whatever they call it in this game. So, yeah, add all the events, add them all, because it gives people things to do.
Don't say. I ain't gonna get behind that.
The Garden of Plenty event. Recently, the cosmos has entered a turbulent cycle, and the calyxes are unusually active. The reality data contained within them has grown exponentially.
Huh, which means...
It means that over a fixed time period, Trailblazers have a set number of daily attempts to obtain double the rewards from calyxes.
neat.
Leveling up, here we come.
Okay. Well, not all
The next
events,
event we're
like,
going to
these
talk
should be
about is
limited.
called Lab Assistance in Position. Wen Sherling is a Department of Implement Arts researcher on Herta Space Station, and she's currently preparing research topics needed for the next quarter. However, the Antimatter Legion's invasion has messed up her progress. As a result, Wen Sherling has asked the Trailblazer to help her collect monster materials for use in her research topic. If the Trailblazer collects and submits the experimental materials required on a given day, they can receive corresponding rewards.
I got a question, Dawn.
Oh,
Fire away.
That kind of makes me think of the current event in Star Rail. Let's see, what was it called again? Space Station Task Force. In this case, we just dispatch people on dailies.
These are Space Station and Bellabog events, right? Aren't there any events or missions on the Xianzhou Luofu?
You beat me to it.
Oh.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up. In version 1.1, 3 new companion missions are destined for the...
You know, I've done all these ones. I think I literally finished them up last night. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, because I did Yangqing's and Silverwolf's last night, and I'm pretty sure I did Beilu and Lucha's. I think the day before. So yeah.
the Xianzhou Luofu. These missions will involve Bailu, Yanqing, and Luocha. As for the specifics, I'm gonna keep that a secret for now. We can't go spoiling all the fun, can we?
What?
Not even one detail?
Come on, Don. Can you give us a little something? We're on the edge of our seats here.
Yeah, come on, Dawn.
All right. Do you guys remember the girl with the blindfold in the opening trailer? And now, young man, allow me to give you a dignified end.
I was wondering who she was.
Well, all I'll say is that she and the Xianzhou have a complicated past.
And she will be coming out in 1.4. Yes.
And her appearance on the Xianzhou leads to a dramatic encounter with Cloud Knight Lieutenant Yin Qing. And that's all you're getting. Sorry! Surprises are
Nice.
worth waiting for.
Oh, I hate waiting.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm afraid that's all you're getting. However, I do have a little info on some other updates. Interested?
Sure, I guess.
Well, if nobody's that interested, then I suppose I'll just.
Of course we're interested.
What, are you crazy?
Albert, you're interested, right?
Come on now, man.
Woo!
Yeah, there we go.
That's better, good boy.
Oh my god,
Nicely done, Melissa.
that's great.
The check-in event Gift of Odyssey will also be arriving in version 1.1.
Okay, yeah.
For the length of
makes
this
sense.
version, as long as Trailblazers log in for 7 days, they can acquire 10 Star Rail special passes.
10 free warps? Nice.
Version 1.1 will also see some system updates. When Trailblazers need to obtain leveling materials that only a certain type of enemy can produce, they can instantly teleport to an area where the enemy is present, as well as
that's pretty
pinpoint
cool.
the
I've not
precise
actually
location
done
of the
that yet.
enemy on the map with a marker.
Sounds
that's
like
cool.
a real time saver.
Wait until you hear this. Once the enemy in question is defeated, the marker will automatically move to the location of the next enemy. After all marked enemies on a map have been defeated, Trailblazers can continue to pinpoint enemies on other maps. This process can be repeated until all daily respawned enemies of a certain type have been defeated.
Oh, okay. So
That's
it's
a
just
lifesaver.
like what they do
I
in
barely found my
Genshin.
way to the
That
studio
makes more
today.
sense.
There's also a small combat surprise in store. During combat, trotters that have lost their way may randomly enter battle. As long as the trotter is defeated before it manages to flee, additional
Okay, I've run into that like once so far. That was pretty crazy surprise.
leveling materials can be obtained.
Enemy geolocation and additional material opportunities? Devs, I owe you one.
Last but not least, in order to help Trailblazers stay in touch, version 1.1 also has a friend chat function.
Really?
So you mean a side?
I didn't know that. You can tell that I totally talk to people that I've friended on this game. Friends. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty neat. Okay. I don't think I'm ever gonna use it, but that's cool.
Aside from helping friends through support assist, we can send them messages too?
You got it. Doesn't matter if they're old companions or new acquaintances.
That's the spirit of trailblazing right there.
Oh, hey, Albert, what's your account? Let me add you.
What?
I need to add you. You can be my personal IPC customer service. What do you think?
Hello. Hey, don't get any ideas because I nearly made up a service that doesn't exist.
So you don't want to add me? Guess I'll just have to hack you.
Wait a minute. We can negotiate.
Yeah, I'm gonna need those account details too.
Count me in. Sorry to jump on the bandwagon here, Albert, but you're a celebrity anchor for the IPC. Everyone wants to be your friend.
I wonder if this owl's actually in the
Fine,
game.
But I'm switching my account the next chance I get. Time for today's third redemption code.
Because I don't recall ever seeing that owl in the actual game. Alright, enough of that.
Well, time flies when you're having fun. Looks like our special program has come to an end.
Oh,
Darn.
less than 2 minutes.
But as the first guest on the program, you guys got any thoughts, reflections, complaints?
Oh, it's been an honor to be on the show, Albert. I gotta say, we covered a lot of ground. Now I'm even more excited for the updates. Fingers crossed I
Yeah,
get
it's actually
Silverwolf.
pretty entertaining.
Yeah, seriously, same.
Greg, how you feeling?
I feel like I've got more questions than I came in with. What new directions will Lacha take the story in? Who's stealing exhibits from the museum? And what about those companion missions? Guess we'll have to find out the answers in game.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah,
As for me,
yes.
well, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'd seen a lot of Yukong up to now, but this was the first time I got to understand her moves and role on the battlefield. She's so cool. I kinda wanna be her. Then again, I guess I kinda am her.
I had to double check that for a second, huh? Well, that's it for the Honkai Star Rail version 1.1 special program. I want to thank all you Trailblazers today for tuning.
Alrighty, so that was neat. Let's go to the second one. Oh, whoa. Okay. Yeah, 1.2. Alright. We just have the loading screen here. Oh, Jesus, that's quite the intro there for some reason. About 5-minute mark, it looks like. Yeah, it's, I wonder why they did that. Not that it's a bad thing, really, but I didn't expect Welt, but then again, he does a lot in Xian Zhao, so.
I always knew you were a dark horse, Mr.
Well,
Yang.
speak for yourself. Albert, if I had met you a few years ago, my creative career would have taken a more interesting turn.
You know, I heard you had something new in the works. What's it about? Let me guess. The Adventures of the Nameless.
Well, it's early concept at the moment. The Express crew has given me a lot of food for thought. But still, when it comes to key plot points, I'm in need of some inspiration.
Ooh, inspiration. How about,
How about this?
We give you some ideas.
Nice.
After all, when it comes to scripts, we're seasoned professionals.
Security! Security! Security!
The rules of this game are like reality. We all think we have infinite possibilities, but when you really analyze it, every question and answer is constrained by previous choices.
Oh, I can't wait for reruns. I need Silverwolf, Locha, Blade, Kafka. For sure. Like, Dong Han's inhibitor mode, I don't have either. But it would be pretty cool. But those four I care more about than him. Fushan's banner, probably not gonna pull either. But I'm also kind of like, eh?
Relax. Time to say bye. Boom.
You think another knave in face can blot out the sin of your past?
I'm seeing a lot of Xian Zhao right now. I could have sworn you could do stuff in 1.1 for it. I guess it was just introduced in 1.2. Okay. I don't know why I thought that it was introduced earlier. Let's see. Excuse me. Let's see. Anything? When was it released? Well, it says it was released in 1.0. So I guess it was in from the beginning? Huh. Okay.
Fail. Defend you. Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the ambrosial arbor. Has coming here triggered your memory.
Alright, I forgot how cool that was. Okay. I feel less lukewarm about his inhibitor mode now. And I guess adding to when the rerun happens, I'll have to get him.
What happens next is in your hands.
You, and you. All three of you are staying right here.
The karma of past lives changed the world of the present.
I wish for you to despair, suffer, crumble, turn on one another, and destroy that which you love with your own hands.
Whoa. So, I just did this, and there was like a very small snippet after this, and in terms of the Trailblazer mission. Did 1.3 not add any story? What did 1.3 add? Let's go through these.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm your buddy Albert, and welcome to the version 1.2 Even Immortality Ends special program. Today, we have 3 special guests in the hot seats. Introducing...
Hey guys, I'm Cheryl Texera, and I voice Kafka.
Hey there, I'm Damon Mills, and I voice Blade.
Hi, folks. My name is Corey Landis, and I voice Welt.
Corey's voice seems very similar to Welt's, so that's pretty great.
Guys, it's great to have you with us. Man, that trailer was a roller coaster. Corey, your thoughts?
Whoa, me already? Okay. It looked like various factions were getting ready for battle. I think we're one move away from a serious showdown here.
Agreed. It was cool to see some new environments and enemies, too. I better get my team in order.
You're gonna need to, my friend. In version 1.2, the Xianzhou Lao Fu will face a setback that threatens the fate of the whole alliance. The Trailblazer will need to pass through various delves and arrive at the location of the sealed Ambrosial Arbor, where a decisive
That
battle
was pretty cool
with
quest,
the one
though.
responsible for the Stellaron disaster awaits.
Not to mention, Don Hung finally gets reunited with the Astral Express crew.
Don Hung's journey has been longer than most could imagine.
Care to elaborate, Damon?
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, spill the beans, man.
Come on,
Tell us, bud.
guys. You're trying to get me fired here. Editors, you can cut that bit out. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. The story left off on a bit of a cliffhanger last time.
It sure did. I mean, why did Jing Yuan deploy those forces? Who is he trying to catch?
And what about the Stellaron hunters? Where did they go after escaping?
Well, who says they went anywhere?
Cut that out too. I'm sure all these questions will be answered in the upcoming story. Now,
I'll be curious to see if the next patch has anything to do with them, or if we just go to a different place entirely. Because I think the next place was Peliconi, something like that. So I'll be curious to see what that place is like, and if they're gonna contribute at all.
aside from Trailblaze mission updates, version 1.2 will see new characters coming to the warp. First on the scene, Blade.
Should have pulled for him. Well, to be fair, I wasn't playing at that point, so. I wonder if he has a companion quest. 'Cause I don't think I found it.
I have a question for Damon. If, say, there were 5 people, would I be one of them?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
What does he mean by 5 people? Oh, that's right.
Look at me. I don't know anything about anything. Okay?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not one of the 5 people, but here is a fact for you. Whenever Blade gets scary, it's the Mara flaring up.
Isn't he always scary?
He usually does what I tell him.
I should probably unpack that a little. Blade relies on Kafka's spirit whisper to suppress the Mara inside him.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. You know, most of the time, Bladey's a nice, quiet boy.
Totally. He's not a strong communicator, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure half my recording sessions have focused on 2 sounds. Number 1, Number 2,
I can believe that. Huh. It's strange that a lone wolf like him would want to team up with the Stellaron hunters. Unless Kafka's spirit whispered him into it?
Kafka was more of a go-between. The real reason Blade joined was because Elio promised him the outcome he desired.
Outcome? Meaning vengeance? Look, a certain someone on the Express has been having nightmares about this guy.
Not just vengeance, a funeral.
His own, to be precise. Through unexpected circumstances, Blade became immortal. His body recovers from the worst of sicknesses and the gravest of injuries, even from death itself.
Holy
Those
shit.
bandages aren't for show. For Blade, immortality isn't a blessing. It's a curse that follows him wherever he goes.
So, like, further than, like, well, obviously, if he can't die, then, Weird.
Yikes! And I thought I had a problem, huh? Well, let's leave something to the imagination here. I'm sure our trailblazers will find out more about Blade's backstory as things unfold. For now, let's take a look at what he's capable of on the battlefield. Blade is a wind-type character, following the path of destruction. By consuming his own HP, he's able to deal greater damage to enemies. And I guess that's the risk you take when you're immortal.
Blade's skill consumes a set amount of his own HP and initiates Hellscape. While Hellscape is active, Blade deals greater damage, and his basic attack is enhanced from Shard Sword to Forest of Swords. While Shard Sword is a single target attack, Forest of Swords deals damage to multiple enemies.
I got a question. Can Blade still use his skill if his HP isn't enough to cover the set amount?
In that situation, when Blade uses his skill, his HP decreases to 1.
Ooh, that sounds a little dicey.
A bit. Well, there's a silver lining. When Blade's HP decreases, his talent is triggered, granting him a charge. When charges are fully stacked, Blade unleashes a follow-up attack on all enemies and recovers a set amount of HP. When Blade unleashes his ultimate, his HP is set to 50% of his max HP, and he deals massive damage to a single target and adjacent enemies.
HP for damage, huh? Interesting. No wonder he's so indifferent to being healed. Huh?
And the more HP Blade loses, the more damage his ultimate deals.
Yeah, it does.
So you stack him with HP
Blade's technique,
versus-
Karma Wind, also consumes his HP and deals wind damage to all enemies after entering battle.
Ooh, when it comes to taking damage, Blade should be more afraid of himself than his enemies.
So I wonder if, so would it be like you focus on crit rate, crit damage, and just HP? Like no attack percent at all? Or is it some weird balance? Oh.
This hurts me more than it hurts you.
Ooh. New ultimate line, anyone?
We can't let Blade steal the show. It's time to talk about another Stellaron hunter. His partner in crime, Kafka.
I tried to pull from. I didn't have enough pulls. Should have just done it.
Kafka's a familiar face at this point in the story. She was the first person the Trailblazers set eyes on, and meaning Kafka must have been there for the Trailblazers' first words, the first step. No wonder so many players are calling her.
Okay. I don't think that's gonna get past the editors there, Albert. Look, what I am interested in is this. Since Kafka appeared on Herta Space Station, she's managed to implant the Trailblazer with the Stellaron, hijack the Express's signals, and draw the crew onto the Cienjo La Fu. It almost feels like she has the Trailblazer's destiny in the palm of her hand.
It's like Kafka said, when it comes to scripts, the Stellaron hunters are seasoned professionals.
Well, that might be the case, but that's not to say the Trailblazers' choices aren't important. What's a script without a director?
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
I've got another question.
Nice. anyways.
Why did Kafka join the Stellaron Hunters?
Ooh. So, Kafka was born on Terriez 5, a planet that knows no fear. And literally, Kafka is unable to feel the emotion of fear, and therefore cannot comprehend the value.
Is this legit? I don't trust it. Like, I feel like everything we know about Kafka outside of her being a Stellaron hunter is lies.
Of life. When Elio promised to bring about a change for her, she signed up without a second thought.
Now, for someone who can't feel fear, she's pretty great at making others feel it.
This scares you more than it scares me.
You want me to use my spirit whisper on him, Albert?
Yes. No. I mean, let's move on to Kafka's combat, shall we?
Oh, yes. I thought you'd never ask. So Kafka is a lightning type character following the path of nihility, and she can deal additional damage over time to enemies. Her skill deals lightning damage to multiple targets. If an enemy is afflicted with DOT, they receive an additional bout of DOT damage.
Why do they call it DOT instead of dot? It's kind of weird. I feel like every game I've ever played, you just call it dot, or I guess dots, not DOT. A bit weird.
That is to say, if an enemy is already afflicted with DOT, they receive additional damage both during their turn and after Kafka's attack.
That's right. Not to mention, additional damage doesn't replace existing DOT. I mean, did you think Kafka was gonna take it easy on him? Come on. And separately, after an ally uses a basic attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. Kafka's ultimate, on the other hand, deals lightning damage to all enemies with a chance of shocking targets and immediately dealing additional damage to those already shocked. Kafka's technique can attack all enemies within a set range and deals lightning damage to all enemies after entering battle.
How elegant.
Well, she likes elegant things, and there's a certain elegance to combat.
Kafka's abilities are kind of terrifying. Her enemies are like flies trapped in a web, slowly taking damage until...
Boom.
Ooh, hey, that was pretty good.
Yeah, from HP sacrificing maniacs and emotionless sociopaths to the coolest kid on the block. It's time to introduce our next character.
What? Hey, that is a little harsh. Also, since when did Welt become the coolest kid on the block?
Think again. I'm talking about the born and bred Bellabog hero, Luca!
Oh,
What?
come on.
Oh, this guy. Okay. I haven't done anything with this guy. Who is he, anyways? Like, I've never seen him in story. Like, was he just introduced into an event that I never got to play?
So that's the guy on the light cone.
He looks a little different on the light cone.
Luca is an underworld fighter that goes by the moniker Luca Strongarm. He's a member of Wildfire and apprentice to Oleg.
Wait, doesn't the underworld have a fight club? I guess that must be where Luca spends his time.
I think I have his companion quest. Maybe? But yeah, no, I never saw him in the actual story portion.
Better believe it. In fact, he's the Fight Club champion, and not only that, he's also
Then why wasn't he in the fight ring event?
a reliable operations consultant for the moles.
So he's with the moles, huh? Does Luca know he's a member?
Interesting.
Probably. The kids of the underworld look up to Luca in a big way. And the reason he fights is to set a good example of dedication and discipline. And speaking of fighting, let's take a look at him in action.
Luca is a physical type character following the path of nihility. After multiple attacks, he's able to launch an enhanced basic attack. His skill deals physical damage to a single target and has a chance of inflicting bleed.
And During battle, Luca can obtain fighting will through a variety of attacks. When fighting will reaches a certain number of stacks, Luca's basic attack is enhanced.
His enhanced basic attack deals 4 hits of damage, with the final hit dealing additional damage to enemies currently inflicted with bleed.
Kids today, no respect.
When Luca unleashes his ultimate, in addition to dealing damage, he also obtains fighting will, and there's a chance of increasing the target's damage received for a set number of turns.
And when your opponent's fist is the same size as your head, it's time to throw in the towel.
Yeah, well, it's the power of those punches that scares me. I mean, I'm sure having a robotic arm is also a big help, but I think Luca's strength lies in his love of the sport. And I almost forgot. When using his technique during exploration, Luca obtains fighting will after entering battle.
Jeez! Does this guy ever take a break? Well, it was great to start off the program with a character deep dive. Next up, it looks like we've got 2 brand new 5-star light cones coming to the warp in version 1.2. Let's start with a Path of Destruction light cone, the unreachable side.
Oh, okay. Question. The Paradise Blade mentions in his ultimate line, is that where he's standing right there?
I don't know what paradise means to you, Corey, but a barren sword-filled wasteland isn't my idea of a vacation.
Speak for yourself. Here's a fun fact. Each of those swords had an owner, and Blade was the last one to see them alive.
Oh, whoa!
Okay.
So he killed them for their swords. Only a brutal, calculated, jealous mind could do something like that.
Stop! The maniac and sociopath segment is over. Moving swiftly onto a 5-star Path of Nihility
I
light
don't
cone.
know.
Patience is all you need. Here, we see, our resident sociopath again.
Okay. Well, looks like Kafka's waiting for the main course to arrive there, huh?
What do you think's on the menu?
You want to guess?
What are you looking at me for?
Ow.
Come on, nobody eats out, right? During the first phase of version 1.2 in the character warp, Lost Soul, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Blade. During the same phase, in the Light Cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, the unreachable side, will be boosted. And during the second phase of version 1.2 in the character warp, Nessun Dorma, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Kafka and 4-star character Luca. And during the same phase in the light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, Patience is all you need, will be boosted. And that's a wrap on banners.
Pretty straightforward.
I need to lie down. Don't go anywhere, Trailblazers.
Oh yeah, it's interesting how they still have that marked as banners. Alright, what else do they have for us?
Show in version 1.2, before the Trailblazers' decisive boss battle, they will need to pass through various delves. No surprise then? That 1.2 would unlock 2 new areas, the Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Oh wow, oh yeah, that's right, because 1.2 has the Pantalia fight and whatnot. Yeah, that makes sense. Duh.
The Alchemy Commission. Is that where the Xianzhou makes its medicines, or...?
Ooh, you got it! The Alchemy Commission is one of the 6 commissions of the Law Fu. And, for no prize whatsoever, can anyone name all 6?
Oh, yeah, let's see. The Alchemy Commission, the Divination Commission.
The Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, the Cloud Knights... Oh, shoot, what was that other one?
Drum roll, please. The Realm Keeping Commission.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that.
The Alchemy Commission used to focus their efforts on the way of immortality. But these days, it's all about medical research and treating diseases.
Now, the Trailblazer came face to face with some Alchemy Commission folks in Exalting Sanctum, but things seemed a little off.
I don't want to create more work for the editors, but I have a theory that the reason why that...
Adjacent to the Alchemy Commission, Then lies Scale Gorge Waterscape, the realm of the videotape.
He's just ignoring us now.
We've got a lot to get through. Where was I? Oh,
Yeah.
Along with the Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape, come new puzzles.
Seems like Trailblazers will face a lot of new challenges on the road to the Ambrosial Arbor. I can't wait.
Oh, Owlbert, are you making Corey read off the teleprompter?
Puzzles aren't the only new challenges Trailblazers will be facing in these areas. There are monsters afoot. First up, a creature of indomitable size and destructive power.
These look cool.
The Malefic Ape.
Annoying.
And next
but
on the
cool.
list, an entity rid of the burden of humanity that has remodeled itself in the way of immortality, the Ascended. And finally,
Yen Ching? Why would the General's aides attack a Cloud Knight lieutenant?
all will be revealed in the version 1.2 story.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause
I think we skipped an enemy,
Don
Albert.
Hong
You mentioned
played,
a boss lurking on the Cienjo La Fu. Care for a sneak peek?
Oh, how could I forget?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this was a good fight. I liked it. I was a little stressed because I think I was pretty underleveled. But it was cool. Fight music wasn't bad. I think Bellabog's fight music for their final battle was way better, though. I feel like, though, the animations for this, they went above and
Hold
beyond
on your hats,
Bellabog's.
folks. It's Fantilia the Undying, wielder of the power of both the destruction and the abundance. In her first phase, she summons abundance lotuses, which restore her HP and reduce the player team's skill points.
Yeah,
Weakening
those
her
are
enemies
obnoxious.
and strengthening herself in one fell swoop? Yikes.
That's why choosing the right moment to destroy those abundance lotuses is so important. Eliminating an abundance lotus recovers 3 skill points.
Well, you know, when you borrow something, you gotta give it back.
Now, in her second phase, Fantilia uses her destruction power to summon destruction lotuses. These lotuses reduce ally max HP and, when in bloom, deal damage to a single target.
So, should we just wait for them to stop blooming before we take them out?
No, I doubt the power of the destruction is as simple as that.
Oh, you're not wrong, Cheryl. When the lotuses aren't in bloom, their toughness doesn't receive damage. As
Oh,
such,
yeah.
Trailblazers should seize the moment when the flowers are open to break their weakness. And finally, in the third phase, Fantilia goes golden. What terrible trick does she have up her sleeve? I'm afraid Trailblazers are gonna have to wait to find out.
Jesus,
I'm curious, where did Fantilia
kind of
even come from?
Cool, though.
How come she can use the powers of the abundance and the destruction?
I hate to be that guy again, but all will be revealed in the version 1.2 story.
Anyone
Poor
here
Ting.
getting deja vu?
Hey, I can't go spilling all the beans. When the main story combat
That was
draws to
crazy
a
surprise,
close,
though, when she
Fantilia the Undying will join the Echo of War and drop the advanced trace materials required for Blade, Kafka, and Luca.
Oh shit, they all use those. I guess that makes sense because they were introduced in the same patch, but damn. Okay. So I'll have to farm this again when I get these guys on their reruns.
Regret of Infinite Okama.
And a quick reminder, Trailblazers, Echo of War has a limited number of weekly rewards, so don't forget to plan ahead.
Also, in version 1.2, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Celestial, is arriving, which drops the brand new character Ascension material, Ascendant Debris. This is also the Ascension material required for Blade.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it's time to talk about
Interesting.
version 1.2
pre-farm for
events.
Blade.
Ooh, I've been waiting for this segment. Let's start with Tales of the Fantastic. The crisis on the Cienjo La Fu has subsided, and the feats of the Nameless can be heard on every street corner. Starskiff Haven storyteller, Mr. Cien, is interested in the Astral Express's tale.
Well, clearly we succeed with the Fantalia fight. I mean, based off the fact that it's literally saying the crisis has subsided. I love it.
Eager to work his storytelling magic.
Oh, yeah, the storyteller. I'm familiar with him. I wonder what he'll do with the Trailblazers story. His artistic license
Oh,
and
yeah,
collage
yeah.
editing bring
I think
all kinds of tales to life.
I'm gonna say
Well,
this
that's
wrong, but
Mr. Cien, all right. To spruce up the
Ching.
tale, he's given
The
us a
gambling
set of
quantum lady.
protagonist models.
She texts our MC about how she doesn't want to miss this guy's next story because she has work or something. And we ask her, like, is there anything we need to know to understand his story? And then she literally starts talking about Belobog, but all the names are slightly changed. So this guy is literally just gonna rip off everything we've done and change a couple of names. Like, I can't remember. Like the planet's called like J, starts with a J. I can't remember how to pronounce it, but he changes it and it's like a G or something instead. It's just like super.
Protagonist models? What's that?
I hear it's kind of a magical object invented by one of the scriptwriters at the Immersion Club.
Oh.
It industrializes the scriptwriting process. As long as you follow its guidance, you'll be able to captivate an audience with your storytelling. To unleash the full potential of the protagonist models, the Trailblazer must accompany Mr. Cien into the past and visit
shit.
historical battle locations.
Oh,
Now,
I'm sad I
the
missed
name
this.
might be a little dull, but don't underestimate the protagonist
Damn.
models. Different combinations have different effects. Once the protagonist models have been properly refined, Legend of the Trailblazer can be a runaway hit.
Oh, this sounds like a fun event.
Well, there's more where that came from. The next event is called Underground Treasure Hunt. The underworld
Oh,
appraiser,
whoa.
Bellaway the Miner's Lamp, is making a comeback.
They say that in Belobog's great mine, ancient ruins have been discovered where many rare treasures and relics are waiting to be identified. However, according to the senior treasure hunter Axe, there exists a space beneath the ruins where relics of even greater value may be found.
Oh man.
The only thing is, the
I
road to
miss
the
cool
ruin
events.
depths is filled with all kinds of danger.
Treasure hunters must steel themselves and explore sealed areas in order to progress deeper into the ruins.
Oh, that
I'm
would have
sure
been
these
so
sealed
cool.
areas are full of hidden treasures, but
Wonder if it'll ever have a
there's
rerun.
always a catch.
Surprise and danger rolled into
Damn,
one.
man.
I'm
That
sure
would've been
Kafka would
cool.
get a kick out of this.
Treasure hunters
They should
will
have made
need
this a
endurance,
permanent event,
courage, and insight if they want to succeed.
That
It's
sucks.
almost certain that the sealed areas will contain enemies.
Maybe they did, and
but
I just haven't done
supplementary
enough.
items and keycards to other sealed
side
areas
quests.
are the secrets to progression.
This is a solo mission, right? It sounds like a tough
permanent
challenge to
events.
take on alone.
Oh, they won't be alone. During exploration, treasure hunters can be sure to run into familiar faces.
Let's hope that we're happy to see them.
So do treasure hunters get any kind of special rewards?
Ah, of course! In the Underground Treasure Hunt event, aside from the usual Stellar Jade,
Not
treasure
finding
hunters can
anything
obtain
that's
the
permanent.
themed Where's the
That
Rabbit
list
chat
here.
box.
Isn't the rabbit in the chat box?
Oh,
It's
that
a
would've been
treasure
cool.
chest. What I'm trying to say is
Permanent
the theme of the
events.
chat
Let's
box
see,
is
permanent.
called Where's the Rabbit?
Okay. So the rabbit's in the treasure chest, right?
In version 1.2, the message and chat box functions will be enabled for the first time. Trailblazers can obtain and swap between chat boxes. And I'm not just talking about the friend chat screen.
Yeah, I'm not really
I'm
seeing
talking
a
about
list,
the game's
so I
character
guess
interaction chat box.
They haven't done it. Oh, okay. Adding a function to replace some past events. But I guess not all of them. Oh, I remember, I think 1.3 was a quality of life update, so maybe that'll be covered there, and I'm just getting ahead of myself here.
Boxes too.
Oh, I love the rabbit design. It seems like something
that's
Clara
cute.
would like too.
So cute.
Yeah, so cute.
Do you think Svarog could have designed it for
Oh,
her? Maybe?
Interesting thought. Safe to say that chat boxes will continue to get updates. Trailblazers will be able to view and swap between those they already have, as well as view those they've yet to obtain.
Okay.
On to the next event. Where are you, Mystery Trotter?
This really is the version of missing creatures, isn't it?
They seem to have a good amount of events in each patch, which is pretty nice. think I've only done like 2 though in 1.4 or 1.3. I keep getting ahead of myself there. So did 1.3 just not have a lot of events, or did I just miss basically all of them? Even though we're like halfway through, 3/4 the way through 1.3.
The good news is, all of them can be found. Regan of Bellabog has come across a new scientific research gadget. Homemade sensor number 223. The device is able to detect mysterious coordinates that display abnormal readings.
I recognize that
pretty neat.
abnormal reading. Isn't that just a trotter?
Oh no, don't tell me that we have to fight it. I mean, sure, it's a little scary, but it's cute, right?
If I told you it dropped Stellar Jade, would that change how you feel, maybe?
Yeah, that thing's bacon.
Yeah, it's cute, but it needs to die.
Sorry.
You know what's tasty?
I think what sucks for me is when I find them lately, I have a hard time killing them. So I need better artifacts.
Better than bacon?
What?
Forgotten Hall updates! In version 1.2, the brand new memories of Cienjo, the Voyage of Novice's Trigger, will be arriving.
Yeah, now we're talking.
That's not all. After clearing the Forgotten...
I've only cleared the first stage. Like, I don't have 2 teams built to, like, do anything. Only have, like, the 1 team and, like, a very shitty ungeared team, which I think I use Welt, Clara, Su Shang, I think, and Asta. And it can get me somewhere, but it doesn't help me clear stage 2.
Forgotten Hall Memories of Cienjo Stage 1, Trailblazers can obtain the 4-star character Yukong.
Cool.
In addition to the Forgotten Hall, the simulated universe will also be receiving an update.
I like this. This was good. I've beaten it, at least the first level. Cause my Trailblazer level is still too low. I think I'm like 58 right now. But this was fun. I really hope they just keep adding more simulated universe stuff.
Date in the form of World 7. And the brand new planar ornaments, Brutulant Arena and Broken Keel, will be added to the World 7 immersion device.
Wow.
And the ride doesn't stop there either. In version 1.2's Planar Fisher event, Trailblazers that successfully challenge the simulated universe can obtain a set amount of double planar ornament rewards. Meanwhile,
Okay, yeah, no, that was an event 1.3 as well. So I did that. I did the food event, and then whatever the daily event they got going on now. Okay. I've done a few of them then.
in the Alchemy Commission's Cavern of Corrosion, Trailblazers can obtain the brand new Cavern Relics, Longibus Disciple, and Messenger Traversing Hackerspace.
Nice.
And finally, in 1.2's Realm of the Strange event, players that successfully challenge the Cavern of Corrosion can obtain a set amount of double Cavern Relic rewards.
Oh shit, that would be great.
And I think we're gonna pass out for a while. Over to you guys.
No problem. We got you, buddy.
Hope
We
they
got
bring
you.
that back.
In version 1.2, the 2 companion missions, Letter from a Strange Woman and For I Have Touched the Sky, will be arriving.
In
Okay, I've done these 2 already, so they didn't introduce a Blade one yet. Okay.
Letter from a Strange Woman, the Trailblazer will receive a request from Kafka. As for how the Trailblazer should respond, I only have one thing to say. When you have a chance to make a choice, make one that you know you won't regret.
All will be revealed in version 1.2. Sorry.
Isn't he supposed to be passed out?
I think someone's playing sound bites. I should say a little something about the other companion mission. In For I Have Touched the Sky, an accident has occurred in Stargazer Navalia.
Yeah.
When the trail
This one was cool and entertaining. This one was more sad and depressing, honestly.
Blazer investigates, they find a girl in trouble. Who could she be? And what secrets could Yukong be hiding?
Thanks for watching Keeping Up with Star Rail.
Hey, sound guy. A little early on that one.
Before we bring things back to a close here, let's talk about the ever-popular reward events. Version 1.2 will see the return of the Gift of Odyssey check-in.
I like that they seem to consistently just give you 10 pulls every patch. and then I still think they give you like the maintenance and the update rewards themselves. So I think you still get like 600 jade and then 10 tickets just for the patch, which is really nice. I wish they do this right here for like Genshin. That'd be cool.
An event. During the event, as long as Trailblazers log in for 7 days, doesn't have to be consecutive, they can acquire 10 star.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. Not consecutive. You just have to be within the time frame. So, which I found out the hard way when I came back to start playing at the end of 1.2, and I was trying to pull for Kafka. Like, I came back and this thing only had 3 days left, so it was very sad to basically just be like, oh, I could have gotten 7 more pools.
Rail special passes.
Yes, I love a chicken event. Yes, let's do it.
That's exciting.
Can somebody get Corey some water, please? Last time, and I'll say it again. Time flies when you're having fun. Another special program has come to an end. We talked about a lot of 1.2 features. You guys, got any favorites?
Gotta be that boss fight for me. When the crew fought the Doomsday Beast and Cocolia, Welt was watching from the sidelines. This will be the first time we see him on the battlefield.
Yeah. No, he was there. He was actually there. That's right. Yeah, okay.
So watch your back, Fantilia.
I'm excited to see more of Blade. Heck, I recorded enough fighting efforts to lay down an album. We better get some fight scenes, come on. Not to mention, it seems like him and Dan Heng are finally about to meet. Something tells me they're not going to settle things over a cup of tea.
Yeah, that meeting and the story seemed kind of rushed. Like they could have dragged it out a bit more. It was very much we've learned this smidge about Dong Hong, and then all of a sudden they meet, and then it just goes like I feel like there's a lot of plot that got missed that they could have expanded on over a couple of patches, which is a shame, or just multiple quests, not even multiple patches, honestly.
As for me, it is all about Kafka. Although I am curious about the Tales of the Fantastic event, because this sounds like Trailblazers have plenty of room to get creative.
Seems like we're all a little biased here. but
Totally.
one thing is for sure, 1.2 is a version to look forward to. Albert here has done a good job keeping us in check today, you know, and there's still a lot of mystery out there for you Trailblazers to delve into.
You guys were a handful, all right. But hey, we made it out alive. That's it for Honkai Star Rail version 1.2 special program, folks.
Very nice.
Thanks again to all you Trailblazers for tuning in. And see you for the next one.
Bye,
So long.
guys.
Bye-bye. Cheerio.
Nice. Okay. 1.3 we go. Oh, it seems like maybe this is a constant theme from 1.2 and on. They have the train for a bit. And it goes right into it right here. Okay.
It's fortunate I could make it. My divination results predicted you making a fool of yourself. The show is about to start. Make sure you remember these words.
Oh, we got no Albert this time?
You wouldn't want to tarnish the Xianzhou's reputation now, would you?
No, Master Diviner.
After me. Fulgurant Leap.
Fulgurant Leap.
Epical Spectrum.
Apical Spectrum.
Aurum Alley's Hustle and Bustle.
Aurum Alley's Hustle and Bustle.
The Swarm Disaster.
The Swarm Disaster.
Audience.
Audience.
Not bad. Make sure you recite them a few more times.
Master Diviner?
What is it now?
How do you say this one?
High Cloud Quintet.
Nice.
We honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars, to shine brightly among them.
Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. I must attend to some Cloud Knight matters. Farewell for now. All things in this world have their laws.
You know that I'm a descendant of the Lawfu Vidyadhara. You witnessed my secret strength, as March would call it.
Yeah.
As you can see, we added a few things to the simulated universe. Stephen Lloyd thinks this is a big achievement. We call it Simulated Universe. The Swarm Disaster.
I haven't touched the Swarm Disaster. I probably should, but like my teams are horrible, so I probably won't get very far. But I maybe I'll try it tonight. Maybe I'll try it tonight. I need a healer. I only have Natasha. Very tempted to pull Lynx, but they've started their drip marketing for 1.5, and they have a character that looks to be a healer. She's called How I think. So I might hold off, especially because I have guaranteed for Jing Liu, who if I pull for her, might end up getting Fu Xuan, which isn't a bad thing. It's just it would ruin the guaranteed. Also, Lynx, very, very ice themed, but it's quantum. It's very weird to me.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and
Oh, that's cute. He's got a little perch this time and not a desk.
Welcome to the version 1.3 Celestial Eyes Above Mortal Ruins special program. As always, your good buddy Albert's here to bring you all the latest intel on the...
I like how they both kind of like have a resting bitch face, and then we have the very smiley Shushang, I think is how you say your name, in the middle. It's very funny.
upcoming version. Today, our three special guests are...
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Wiedenheft and I voice Fu Xuan.
What's up guys, I'm Anjali Kunapaneni and I voice Sushang.
Hey Trailblazers, I'm Nicholas Liang and I voice Dan Heng.
Welcome, welcome, and welcome again. I gotta say, that trailer was loaded with details on the new version. Sarah, anything stand out for you?
Well, I'm always excited for story updates, but that last segment caught my eye too. The swarm disaster? Was that it? It looked pretty intense.
Yeah.
I know. Did Herta upgrade the simulated universe again? You know, my Trailblazer senses are tingling.
The simulated universe will be getting some significant updates in version 1.3, but that's for later in the program. First,
Oh yeah, I'm curious
let's
to hear
take a
about
look at the new characters joining the war. First on the list, and finally revealing his true power, we have Dan Heng, Imbibitor Lunae.
Most OP DPS so far. I still feel like I should have kept going because I hit the pity and I got an E2 wealth, so that was kind of disappointing, being honest.
Whoa, okay. So March
Super cool.
wasn't bluffing. Dan Heng does have secret strength. But why would he suddenly reveal it after hiding it for so long?
Let's not forget.
Yeah, that'd be a great question, because the 1.2 really just kind of went through that super quick. It just kind of like he got stabbed and he just released it. So, like, is he gonna be flipping back and forth? Like, what's going on?
Forget he did get impaled. Yeah, I think if he'd kept it under wraps any longer, he might have had trouble staying alive. Desperate times, desperate measures.
Okay, it makes sense, but why the secrecy up till then?
Well,
to answer that question, we gotta talk about Dan Heng's previous incarnation, Dan Feng, a member of the High Cloud Quintet.
That's right. I'm sure Trailblazers will have noticed that certain characters in the story have been referring to Dan Heng as Imbibitor Lunae. But Imbibitor Lunae is actually a title handed down as part of the Law Fu Vidyadhara High Elder succession. The person they're referring to here isn't Dan Heng, but Dan Feng. Dan Feng was once the Law Fu Vidyadhara High Elder. He achieved great deeds for the Xianzhou in wartime, but ultimately committed an unforgivable sin.
it wasn't really unforgivable. Well, actually, no. I think, because from what I understand after doing the mission, or the companion quest, is he summoned some sort of dragon, and that like laid waste to a lot of his people and a lot of things. So I guess that's the sin. But it just seems like a mistake to me.
Wait, but if Dan Heng's still alive, then Dan Feng's sin can't have been that unforgivable, right?
I think someone pulled a few strings. There's only one guy in the Law Fu who'd risk the Xianzhou's reputation like that.
General.
You win.
Is that what a little bird told you, Albert? I never knew owls were so gossipy.
Oh, no. Jing Yuan's not to blame this time. The head of the Xianzhou Vidyadhara, the High Elder, possesses the power to transform into a dragon. The method of entrusting this power to the next head is a closely guarded secret, and the responsibility of each High Elder. We don't know the full story, but Dan Feng misused this method and sparked a terrible calamity. As a result, the Vidyadhara grew to hate Dan Feng, but executing him would have brought an end to the High Elder succession. They decided to use an exuviation charm, forcing him to reincarnate.
That's kind of interesting, though, because from what I've gathered, he was forcefully reincarnated, and he wasn't able to pass down the, what was it, succession stuff? So it feels like that kind of got lost then, because he doesn't, like, have his full-on memories. So I'm kind of confused there, because that seems kind of like they just shot themselves in the foot.
Which is why Dan Heng is alive and well today.
The world of the Vidyadhara is complicated.
But why would Dan Feng cause so much trouble? I suspect there are a few more secrets waiting for us down the line.
The allure of the unknown.
I feel like I'll probably have to Google more, because I feel like I probably didn't understand the companion quest all that much, and there might be some stuff I'm missing.
But fear not, Trailblazers. A banquet of delicious secrets awaits you. Now, let's take a look at how secret strength Dan Heng handles himself on the battlefield.
As an imaginary type character following the path of destruction, Dan Heng Imbibitor Lunae's specialty is consuming multiple skill points to trigger an array of powerful abilities.
Oh yeah.
Tapping the skill button enhances the effects of Imbibitor Lunae's basic attack, Beneficent Lotus, up to 3 times in succession.
It's so cool.
Depending on the number of enhancements, Beneficent Lotus becomes Transcendence, Divine Spear, and Fulgurant Leap, respectively. Hits per action and damage dealt increase with each enhancement. Additionally, single target damage is replaced with multiple target damage in both Divine Spear and Fulgurant Leap.
And Imbibitor Lunae's talent, Righteous Heart, amplifies the damage he deals as the number of hits per action in the current turn increases.
Sounds like skill point management is going to be pretty important for Imbibitor Lunae's allies.
Hold that thought. When using his ultimate, Imbiber de Lune deals imaginary damage to a single target and adjacent enemies, while also receiving a set amount of Squama Sacrosancta. Squama Sacrosancta can be used to
Jesus, that's a
offset
mouthful.
Imbiber de Lune's skill point consumption.
Man, Secret Strength Don Hung is kind of a one-man band.
But that's not all. Imbiber de Lune's technique, Heaven Quelling Prismadragon, allows him to enter a leaping dragon state for a set time. In this state, using an attack causes Imbiber de Lune to lunge forwards a set distance and strike all enemies he comes into contact with.
Cool.
Entering battle in this way allows Imbiber de Lune to acquire a set amount of Squama Sacrosancta.
Hello. Such is the frightful power of the High Elder. Now that we've introduced Secret Strength Don Hung, let's move on to an old friend of ours, the Master Diviner, Lady Fu Xuan.
Oh. I must resist pulling. Her animations are super cool looking. Oh, that looks cool. So nice.
Her first encounter with the Trailblazers was pretty impressive.
From high above, amid a hail of bullets, came the words, "Your every move has been foreseen."
By the Omnisia.
So cool.
Okay, you gotta admit, her bullet deflection game is on point. But I wonder, how'd she fare against a Star Knot, though?
Oh, yeah, I can't see her swatting one of those out of the sky.
Fu Xuan might have something to say about that.
Oh, okay.
Our
Xuan.
hexagrammatic position
remember
is
that.
fluctuating between the earth and water trigrams.
Fu Xuan. I keep calling her Fu Xuan. So Fu Xuan.
What do we have?
Oh, that makes sense though because let's see. Fu Xuan Jing Yuan. So ANN, then Fu Xin. Okay.
Have to fear. Let us counter this menace directly with the might of the Xianzhou.
Oh, Susheng translation. Hexagram says let's do this.
I think the Divination Commission would benefit from having Susheng as a translator.
Yes.
The Omnisia on Fu Xuan's forehead is a mysterious instrument that allows her to calculate her every move in advance. However, the immortal bodies of the Xianzhou natives exhibit adverse reactions to external augmentation. While the Omnisia may grant her incredible computational abilities, it also causes her pain and exhaustion.
Oh.
Well, with great power, you know the rest.
That explains Fu Xuan's reliance on bubble tea, then, huh? I heard she drinks like 10 cups of Immortal's Delight a day.
No.
Hey, that sounds like gossip to me. What if Immortal's Delight is just heckin' delicious?
I suspect it is.
Nice.
Though I'm sure the sugar helps.
Oh,
Running the Divination Commission and divining the fortunes of the Xianzhou, it's an exhausting gig.
All right, Anjali's right. No more bubble tea gossip. By way of apology, how about I treat everyone to 10 cups of Immortal's Delight after the show?
Yes! Now we're talking.
Let's talk about bubble tea there. It's time to take a look at how the Master Diviner showcases her abilities on the battlefield. Fu Xuan is a quantum-type character, following the path of preservation. But where other path of preservation characters mainly use shields for defense, Fu Xuan takes a different road.
Precisely. After using her skill, Fu Xuan activates the Matrix of Prescience, which lasts for a set number of turns. This allows Fu Xuan to absorb some of that damage for her allies. When the Matrix of Prescience is active, it grants the knowledge effect to the entire team, increasing characters' max HP and crit rate. Fu Xuan's talent offers a variety of effects. Firstly, Fu Xuan can provide a permanent misfortune avoidance state, reducing the damage taken by the entire team. Secondly, when Fu Xuan's HP drops below a set percentage, she recovers a set percentage of HP.
POV, you're Fu Xuan's enemy. Why are my attacks healing her?
That's not all.
Yeah.
Fu Xuan's ultimate deals quantum damage to all enemies, but it also increases the frequency of her talent's HP restoration effect. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, Fu Xuan's technique can grant a barrier for the whole team that lasts for a set duration.
Oh, yes.
During exploration, the barrier blocks all enemy attacks, thereby preventing battles that would otherwise have triggered in this way. Her
Okay,
technique
nice.
also activates the Matrix of Prescience automatically at the start of the next battle.
That's our master diviner. Reliable and determined. No wonder she's got her sights set on the generalship. See, her style is very different to Jing Yuan's, but being a defensive backbone for her team is equally respectable. And you won't find her gardening or playing chess on the job either.
I didn't say it.
We're moving swiftly on to our final character. It's time we introduced a young girl from
Oh,
Bellabog.
yeah, Lynx.
Lynx Landau.
Oh, Landau. Oh, shit. So she's the sister of those two. Okay. Didn't know that. Nice.
Does her name ring a bell? You got it. She's the younger sister of Serval and Japard Landau.
You know, is it just me, or should everyone in the overworld be taking tips from Lynx? She's the only person I've seen who's dressed for the eternal freeze. Like, are the majority of Belabogians frost-resistant or something?
I think those geomarrow heaters keep the temperature relatively comfortable within the confines of the city.
Oh, so Lynx's winter gear is for venturing outside the city, right?
You got it. Lynx has always been drawn to the horizon. The centuries-old records of Yarilo VI's vibrant past, the beautiful auroras described by her teachers, the heroic tales of the Landau family. All of it pertains to the world beyond the city walls, where the Belabogians call the snow plains. Compared with her sister's enthusiasm and her brother's seriousness, Lynx is somewhat introverted and comfortable with solitude.
Nice.
She often ventures out alone into the perilous snow plains, which has allowed her to hone her wilderness survival skills.
Oh, she's gonna be the world's smallest survival expert.
Now, she may be small, but she packs a punch. Let's dive right in and see just how powerful this snow plains explorer really is.
Yeah, Lynx is a quantum-type character following the path of abundance who provides a variety of healing for her team. Her skill can restore HP to a single ally and grant them survival response for a set number of turns, boosting their max HP.
Okay.
If an ally with survival response follows the paths of destruction or preservation, the likelihood of them being targeted by enemy attacks increases.
That sucks.
Increased enemy aggression? Guess they're not fans of whatever's in that tin. Can't say that I blame them.
Oh, my, that looks like fermented herring? Ooh, it's my favorite. You guys want to try some?
Well, that's interesting then, because if they're destruction or preservation, that's helpful because those are usually tanks themselves, but destruction users are usually damage dealers and are squishy. It's kind of weird that you would focus a destruction, but then I guess maybe the goal with the destruction focus is maybe they want to get hit for their skill set or something, maybe? I don't know. I don't have anybody that does that, I think.
No, I'm good.
No. Can you forget about the contents of the tin? This is a useful ability.
I'll say this. Directing enemy aggression towards characters who can take a hit is kinda genius.
Does she have any edible tricks up her sleeve?
This one looks safe for consumption. Lynx's ultimate restores health too and dispels one debuff from each ally.
That thing's huge!
I know. Yo, talk about a hard pill to swallow, huh?
Yeah.
Anyone? Sarah? No? Anjali?
See, I'm just wondering how she even fits it in her backpack.
That's a good point.
Sometimes big things come in small packages. I forgot to mention Lynx's talent. It can grant a continuous healing effect to targets of her skill and ultimate for a set number of turns.
Okay, that's
This
cool.
effect will further restore a set amount of HP to characters with survival response. Similarly, her technique can also grant a continuous healing effect for a set number of turns, but to the entire team.
Oh,
This
back that
healing
up.
effect for a set number of turns. Similarly, her technique can also grant a continuous healing effect for a set number of turns, but to the entire team.
Okay, sweet.
Talk about being a reliable healer.
Yeah.
That's our little snow.
I might have to pull after all for her. But I think I have... If the patch is supposed to come out on the 11th, that's still almost 2 weeks away. So I have time.
No planes explore. We can all breathe a little easier with her on the team. Well, that concludes our new character introductions. Next up, let's take a look at the brand new 5-star light cones coming to the warp in version 1.3.
Let's look at those
To get
guys.
us started, how about a Path of Destruction light cone? Brighter
It's a
than the
little,
sun.
angsty.
Is there anything brighter than the sun?
If there is, we should tell Imbibitor Lunae about it. Someone needs some vitamin D.
Hey, come on. He's looking pretty good for a man suspended in chains. You know what I mean? Yeah?
Fair point. Now, on to a Path of Preservation light cone.
Poor girl. Everything changed in an instant.
Thrown suddenly into an endless reliance on bubble tea.
Oh, speaking of bubble tea, Albert, any chance we can fast track that offer? Yeah.
No. Now, during the first phase of version 1.3 in the character warp, Epical Spectrum, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Don Hung and Imbibitor Lunae. And in the corresponding light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, brighter than the sun, will be boosted. During the second phase of version 1.3 in the character warp, foreseen, foreknown, foretold, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Fushwin, not to mention the 4-star character Lynx, who will also be joining the warp. Yes! During the corresponding light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone she already shut her eyes will be boosted. And that's all she wrote on light cones and warps. But don't leave just that now. More exciting updates are right around the corner.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they introduce that I just thought was in from, like, day one.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Let's pick up where we left off. In the preceding story, and thanks to the collaborative efforts of Jingyuan and Don
Okay,
Hung,
so I guess there was some story in 1.3. It was just smaller than I expected. Okay.
Fantilia was banished and the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was resolved. And yet, as the dust settles, easing the fears of the citizenry becomes a new priority.
Rightly so. Helping people get back to their old lives is a big part of rebuilding.
And more often than not, responding to a disaster is trickier than preventing one.
In version 1.3, the Trailblaze mission obsequies performed, a long road ahead will reveal a glimpse of the Xianzhou's recovery efforts. We'll also be seeing the likes of 4 new companion missions. The Dragon Return.
Okay. I've done Don Hong's. I've done March 7th. I haven't done either of these guys. Interesting. I assume I probably have to do the other companion quests in order to unlock these guys, because I've done most of the Xianzhou ones, I think. Actually, I think I might have done them all now. I don't think I've done any of the Bellabog ones. And I know I've done at least Himiko's. But yeah.
Returns home, Total Recall. Farther than the Snow Plains and Mohashle.
In The Dragon Returns Home, we find Dan Heng in the turbulent wake of the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. He must face up to his past life and meet with the current Vidyadhara High Elder, Lady Bai Lu.
Meanwhile, in Total Recall, March 7th makes a big decision. Having witnessed the wonders of the Matrix of Prescience Ultima, she decides to ask Fu Xuan for the Matrix's help in rediscovering her past.
I love it too, because it's like basically throwing her into the Matrix, its own virtual world.
Farther Than the Snow Plains focuses on the youngest member of the Landau family. Lynx returns from an expedition with something troubling her, and her siblings, Serval and Japard, are at a loss to help. They decide to seek the assistance of none other than the Trailblazer.
And last but not least, Mohashle. Wildfire member and Fight Club reigning champion Luca has returned to Boulder Town. He wastes no time in inviting the Trailblazer and Zila to help him in completing a special bout of training.
Ooh, nice cinematic read there, Albert. I'm getting goosebumps.
Oh, those names are so intriguing. I feel like these missions...
These two were cool, and I cared about immediately. This one, cool and care about. I don't know what it is about this guy. I just don't care.
will answer a lot of questions. Like, why is Bailu the current Vidyadhara High Elder? And is March 7th truly as many people suspect?
This is hardly the domain of unverified rumors.
I would love to know what that unverified rumor is, because I have no idea.
Is a serious program.
Serious? More like Bubble Tea Gossip Central.
Speaking of bubble tea, fine, I'll wait.
In our next segment, we'll be talking version 1.3 events.
I love this event. I hope they have more like it in the future.
Exalting Sanctum's Aurum was once a hub of commerce and crowds, but has gradually fallen into obscurity over the last millennium. The blink of an eye for a long-life species. And now, as the IPC's corporate interference encroaches upon the Laofu, the people sense danger and are striving to breathe new life into old trades. In the Aurum Alley's Hustle and Bustle event, Trailblazers are thrown right into the action with an opportunity to influence the alley's ultimate fate.
Wait. What do we need to do exactly?
Well, shops of numerous sizes can be found in the newly reopened Aurum Alley district. By arranging cargo shipments and planning logistics routes, Trailblazers can accumulate funds. These funds can be used to progressively revamp the urban landscape of Aurum Alley, helping it return to its former glory.
By achieving goals in this limited time event, players can earn self-modeling resin, tracks of destiny, stellar jade, and 4-star character Sushan.
Nice.
Following this limited time event, Aurum Alley will remain in the game as a permanent mode. This mode includes rewards such as the Aurum Alley.
Okay, now I have to. Okay, so they're calling it permanent modes. So let me do a search now. Permanent modes. I didn't really bring up anything. We'll see what they say.
Themed phone wallpaper, Ingenium Dreams.
What? That's something we haven't seen before?
That's right. Phone wallpapers are a new feature being added to version 1.3. Trailblazers can browse and replace their wallpapers using the in-game mobile menu.
Nice.
Definitely like that background.
Pretty.
Isn't it? All right, folks. It's time to talk about a big update to the simulated universe.
Finally! I thought for a moment you might have accidentally left it out.
The cheek! How could I, your humble living servant, make you wait?
I mean, we're still waiting on those bubble teas, so I'm just saying.
In any case, the update is the collaborative effort of 4 genius minds. They call it Simulated Universe, the Swarm Disaster. They completed a broad spectrum of structural renovations purely to investigate the fall of an eon.
The Swarm Disaster. Sounds like it might have something to do with, what is that eon's name again? Tazy something?
Tazeroth, the eon of propagation.
That's the one.
Okay.
Interesting. What motivated Herta and her team to research the Imperator Insectorum?
Ooh, I'll tell you. From the story so far, We've heard that the propagation once caused a major swarm, which spread throughout the universe.
Oh,
This
okay.
eventually caught the attention of multiple eons who united to eradicate it.
Yeah, that's fair.
This event involved more eons than any other recorded event in history, which of course makes it an excellent research subject.
So that's how it is.
Mm-hmm. In order to delve into this complicated history, Herda and her team have developed various new methods of exploration. In Simulated Universe, the Swarm Disaster,
Oh,
the
that looks
stage
cool.
maps will appear in a format similar to a chessboard.
Oh.
Trailblazers will need to navigate through randomly generated domains and tackle a variety of challenges
Oh,
before
shit.
making it
That's
to the
a lot
deepest
of
parts of the
things.
simulation.
I'm assuming these geniuses had more in
What
mind
the
than simply
heck is
maneuvering
this?
around a grid.
Right you are. In order to simulate the experiences of different Pathstriders and resonate with the eons, a brilliant mind named Steven developed the audience die and communing device.
Oh, audience die? Oh, come on, Albert. That's not a nice thing to say to the audience.
Die as in singular for dice.
Okay.
It has to do with the eons bestowing random gifts upon Pathstriders. Before progressing each turn, use the communing device to roll the audience die. This will generate special effects for the current turn. These special effects might provide our team with powerful buffs, or alter the chessboard in some way, or even create further variables for subsequent actions. The chessboard and grids are superficial. The true intent of the geniuses is to delve into the mysteries of the eons. Each exploration will encompass 3 planes corresponding to Imperator and Sectorum's emergence, expansion, and demise. Trailblazers will encounter simulated historical events during these phases, and different responses will lead to different outcomes.
But do these simulations really recreate the truth?
The official response is that due to the many historical unknowns, all potential outcomes are valuable. The data helps us infer the most probable truth.
And the unofficial response?
Madam Herda said, and I quote, "You can't prove that the past wasn't like this, can you?"
Yeah, it sounds like it, yeah.
How exceptional. Undeniably a genius.
Madam Herda has also developed a path space for the express purpose of enhancing the resonance between trailblazers and their paths. As a trailblazer, every action you take that aligns with your path during exploration can help you to obtain path energy, leading you closer to the eons.
Oh, that's cool.
And what can we expect when we get closer to the eons?
Once you have sufficient path energy, you'll be able to unlock specific buffs and the chance to interact directly with the corresponding eon.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Thereby uncovering their part in the Swarm Disaster.
Sweet.
Okay, so we've been hearing those words a lot, but none of this.
I think this is gonna be like one of my new things that I just do a lot. Even if my team sucks. Because that sounds really cool.
Feels swarmish or disastery enough to me.
Say no more. In the final domain of the 3rd plane of each exploration, Trailblazers will encounter a brand new enemy, the Swarm True Sting. True Stings have the ability to divide and create more swarms. If not dealt with promptly,
It seems like it'd be a good team. I feel like we could get by with just one less healer, though.
entire battlefield will eventually be overrun by the swarm. Sufficiently swarmy? Suitably disastery?
Yeah, okay, that's plenty. Gives me the creeps just thinking about it.
Finally, upon clearing Simulated Universe, the Swarm Disaster, the brand new path of propagation will be unlocked within the Simulated Universe.
Oh, shit. Okay. I didn't realize they added a new one. That's cool.
Ay, what a roller coaster. That's a big update, all right.
And big updates need big rewards.
Okay.
Take note. Aside from Stellar Jade and numerous other materials, the Swarm Disaster rewards include 2 self-modeling resins.
Nice.
Those things are.
I can at least get main stats, even though. Every time I've used these substats are horrible.
Rarer than rare. Are there really 2 up for grabs?
You better believe it. And I highly encourage Trailblazers to give it a go. Next up is the Space Station Task Force
That's what's
event.
going on right now.
Revitalizing the space station is no small undertaking. If we want to speed things up, we'll need to enlist the help of a task force with special permissions.
So far, it doesn't look like they actually added any quality of life. They just added new things.
Watson has lined up all the assignments that require attention. Over to you, Trailblazers. During the event, by assembling a team that meets the requirements of specific assignments, you'll be able to earn rewards such as Stellar Jade and character experience materials.
And as the message makes clear, there will be requests and assignments every day. It's almost impossible to finish them all.
Version 1.3 will also see the return of the Planar Fisher and Garden of Plenty
That was
events.
very helpful.
During the respective events, successfully challenging the simulated universe.
Yeah, no, I already did that one. Yeah, that one happened already. Yeah, this was super helpful too. I took it for granted. I thought it was like a player return thing.
And calyxes can earn you a set amount of double rewards. At the same time, version 1.3 will unlock 2 new stagnant shadow stages, Shape of Puppetry and Shape of Abomination.
Oh.
The former will drop Suppressing Edict, Ascension material required for Don Hung and Bibiter Lune. The latter will drop Nail of the Ape, Ascension material required for Fu Xuan.
Okay, so it looks like we're getting back to not farmable materials for characters. At least it's just these things.
All that too?
Oh, and I'm not done with you yet.
Oh?
Version 1.3 system updates are just as momentous.
Okay.
First off, after the version 1.3 update.
Okay, so that's when this happened. Okay. Like I knew this wasn't in at launch, but I didn't realize it just happened.
The Trailblaze power cap will be raised from 180 to 240.
That's super helpful.
Exactly
I love
the
it.
amount that regenerates in a day. Once Trailblaze power maxes out, a percentage of the surplus is converted into reserved Trailblaze power.
So in other words, if you forget to log on, you won't have wasted much Trailblaze power.
And here's something else. The 1.3 update will also bring changes to the friends and chat systems, which include being able to sort your friends.
Oh,
And
shit.
Trailblazers not currently accepting new
I'm
friend
not gonna
requests
use it, but that's
can
cool.
choose to disable them in settings. Icing on the
whoa.
cake,
Nice.
you can now send emojis in chats.
Okay,
At
that's
last,
cool.
bring on the pom-pom and March 7th emojis.
I wish I
Yeah,
could chat
nice.
with-
Fingers crossed for some authentic boomer material.
And of course, we have the crowd favorite, Gift of Odyssey Chicken Reward.
Yeah, that was nice.
Logging in for 7 days gets you 10 warps. It might just be your lucky break.
Nicholas, I admire your confidence.
Look at me.
Last but not least, Honkai Star Rail will also be a part of
that's
this
cool.
year's Gamescom.
Remember hearing about that.
What surprising updates await us?
Watch it.
Watch this space, Trailblazers.
Yeah, so cool.
Nice.
Let's roll out today's final redemption code. Must come to an end, and so must today's special program. We've covered quite a bit about the 1.3 update. Any thoughts or feelings from our guest?
I'll be curious to see if he chips them on the tee.
What are you most looking forward to?
Man, so much to choose from, but for me, it's gotta be the characters. Don Hung and Bibiter Lune, Fu Xuan, and Lynx are all special in their own way. I just hope I get lucky with the warps.
And as for me, I'm super excited about the Simulated Universe update. The new gameplay and story aspects sound brilliant.
Yeah. Well, since you guys covered the obvious, I'll go for something a little different. I feel like this version's quality of life enhancements are really good.
Oh, yeah.
I love the Trailblaze power cap increase and the new reserve Trailblaze power feature. They may sound minor, but I think they'll make a big difference to the experience.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, no, they should just add that to Genshin, honestly.
And I'm sure the gaming experience will keep improving as the updates keep rolling.
I assume that's a hint, hint, wink, wink.
Well, that's it for the Honkai Star Rail version 1.3 special program. As always, thanks again to all you trailblazers for tuning in. And may our paths cross again soon.
Bye, guys.
Catch you later.
See you next time.
Bubble tea, bubble tea, bubble tea.
Fine.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's got me excited for Friday for 1.4. Well, let's see. I think you're just gonna swap on over to the actual game now. Then, this should be catching that. Is it going to? Maybe. Maybe this one down here. Ah, there it is. Perfect. All right. Well, we are gonna do some Disaster Swarm. It's a companion quest today. Trying out Swarm Disaster. And trying out Swarm Disaster. Yeah, that looks right. Save that. Boom. All right, so I will be right back then now that we've got all that sorted. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. We will get rid of that. Oh, whoops. Where did it go? Yeah, I just want to restore those, please, and thank you. Awesome. We're good now. All right, I will be back. All right. Let's give this a shot now. I've not actually done this, so pretty stoked to try it. I honestly didn't expect much from it, but after just finishing the 1.3 program, it looks pretty cool, actually. So, navigate. Oh, of course. Teleport. Oh, let's see what's on my phone first. Oh, yeah, cool. Alright. How's it going? Of course, you don't need an answer. New expansion module. Okay. So, okay, obvious, different branch. Got it. Yeah, what's new? In short, a die. Okay. Confused, go through it yourself and you'll get it. Helpful as always. Too much redundant data. I went so far. I've met Aeons a couple of times. Didn't get many chances to speak. Yeah, no, for sure. You're gonna lock the cosmic time within a specific historical segment, narrowing down the scope to study a particular Aeon. Not sure which Amber era to throw me into. This ought to be interesting. Own ideas made up her mind to anchor the cosmic time to the period before the fall of Tazironth, the Imperator Insectorum. God, that's a mouthful. Alright, let's play some video games. Yeah, good for me. Yeah, let's do this. How do I do it? I just enter it? Oh shit, it's its own thing here. Yeah. Yeah, I click on it. It looks pretty neat. Yeah. Okay. Start exploring. Oh shit, just right on into it then. Okay. I'm gonna just go with my standard team, honestly. Probably not the best. Probably horrible, but let's do it. Okay. The audience journey this time is going to be a bit different, but only by a bit though. Okay. Basically made some updates to the map function. I'm going to start there and go through different domains to reach the end. Okay. Every plane consists of different types of domains. Long click on the domain to view their details. So press long click, and say press and hold. Select the question mark button to view all domain types. Combat domain, that's pretty straightforward. Defeat enemies in this domain to obtain blessings. Elite domain, standard. Occurrence, yeah, so same old, looks like. Yeah, sure, let's go for it. See, I told you there aren't any differences, yeah? Just go walk around, figure out how it feels. Well, it's pretty normal, so that's neat.
What a headache.
Yeah, they're not too hard yet, so that's kind of nice.
Here, it's thunder.
Granted, it's level 1. Respect. I feel like abundance is always a safe one to go with.
Life is as ephemeral as dew on a leaf.
Okay. What the? Herta stops you and pauses the simulated universe. Her nose scrunches in annoyance as she complains. Stephen Lloyd promised me that the audience with the Aeons would be done in a sacred and solemn way. Why is the communing device done like this? It's interesting. As if, do I really have to check every single detail myself? What is Ruan May doing? Looking displeased, Herta continues. What do they think they're doing with the simulated universe? Whatever. I don't care anymore. Do whatever. You care. Based on the original design, the audience die is a vessel similar to a shrine that carries the past and experiences of various Pathstriders. And the energy that flows due to it. Herta's nose twitches as she adds, originally, anyways. I'll let it be since it has happened. I wish you have a great time with the commuting device. Or not. It doesn't matter. I have a score to settle with that kid, Stefan. Interact with the commuting device in the domain to obtain a random dice effect or to move to the next domain. Okay.
Life is as ephemeral as dew.
How does the saying go? God plays dice and destiny is born. Every face of the audience die results in a different influence. Okay, so I get destruction, blood like water. When entering combat in this round, all allies' damage dealt increases by 50%. That seems pretty broken. Yeah, let's do it. When entering combat in this round, all allies' damage dealt increases by 50. This is the effect that your roll gave you. See your damage? Yes. Go ahead and pick a combat domain. Okay. Some domains will collapse with your choice and can't be entered anymore. You can move to a domain adjacent to the current domain at the same time. The domains to the left of the targeted domain will collapse and cannot be entered. Okay. Sure. Anything to break? Yeah, this guy over here. Okay, let's break this. And smack you. Yeah. Damn.
Let me end your misery.
Follow my conflict.
I submit. Oh shit, almost.
Time to go on the offensive.
What do we get? More abundance. Sure. What do we got this time? Select a combat swarm, or elite domain to immediately get the rewards of the domain and change it to a blank domain. The effects of curios do not activate simultaneously. Sure. Rather special, as you will enter the dice effect phase before you even move. This result can let you earn rewards. Try it out. Okay, some dice effects can influence contents in the domains. If you select to give up the dice effect, you will receive some cosmic fragments as a compensation. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want that one, because that'll give us the most. Yes, so hard. Okay. Okay, Google. Yeah, that should give me... Oh, it doesn't give me a path. I see. That makes sense. This isn't the normal simulated universe. Now we are in the next phase, the domain movement phase. You made a blank domain. It doesn't give benefits, so don't go in it. But could we? We'll just go here then. I could just go into it. Okay, interesting. Just listen though, for now. What we got up here? Current buffs. Path Resonance can be activated when 3 Blessings of Destruction have been obtained. Interesting how they're saying, I guess I would have had to have gone Destruction, which is interesting. I wonder if it's just because it's a tutorial. Also, it looks like that buff we got was for a round. That's kind of disappointing. I love these guys when they explode.
Let me end your misery.
Alright, what do we get? So they want me to go Destruction, apparently. So let's just figure out which one of these I want. After using the ultimate, character gains a shield. When a character's hit, HP is restored. Characters can resist fatal attacks and restore their own HP. Yeah, sure. Let's do that one. I'd rather take that so I don't get downed. Scorch Subjugation. Combat Swarm. Oh, I just got this one. Ah, of course they're not. Oh, so you're explaining how I give it up now. Okay. Yeah, we'll give up for a measly +10. Seems like a chip, honestly. Well, I don't want to go straight into that. I'd rather take an occurrence. See if I can get anything extra before fighting the final wave. Breakable outside of that. Yeah. Okay. You reach an Elway-style tavern with a lively atmosphere. You order a cocktail concocted with Marion oranges and palm cinnamon. Okay. When you observe the crowd, everyone is wearing a mask and has different body sizes. From this, you know it is the tavern where the masked fools gather. Welcome to Tavern World's End. Makes me think of Pirates of the Caribbean. Braggy the bartender bows deeply to the patrons and continues, we only serve customers with a sense of humor. In keeping with Aha's will. Okay. We will have some fun next. Mr. France and his team of bodyguards will be the next to join the arena. His opponent will be Avila. He and his mercenaries are burly and not to be underestimated. Who else is coming? Who's up for the, holy shit, 78,201st round? Yeah, sure. What do I want to do here? Exposes bankruptcy. If you complete the challenge, obtain 1 blessing of perturbation. Expose him. If you complete the challenge, obtain 1 blessing of nihility. You know what? We're gonna go with all the above now. Let's do it all. Oh, these guys. I hate these guys, man.
Time for the master stroke. Radiant spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
Lance ablaze.
They're so obnoxious.
Flaming lance. Forward!
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Oh, that was nice. Oh,
great.
You took my thinker out of commission here. That ain't cool. It's banned.
Follow my charm.
Oh, if I attack you, that's fine.
Here. This thunder!
That's fine.
Savor the vigor.
Oh, almost. preservation. Reduce the max damage that can be absorbed. I have no shields. When a character inflicts weakness break on a... Okay, gain shield. Shielded characters. Let's go with shield. Actually... No, let's do that. Ability in if an enemy's weakness is broken after receiving an attack, there's a chance for them to be inflicted with ramp. As helpful. When a character breaks enemy's weakness adjacent to it, it will also have their breaks enemy's weakness breaks. That could be super helpful for the swarm. Okay, we'll just grab that one then. What do we got here? When entering combat in this round, oh, that'll be super helpful. Yeah, let's go fight the boss. Do I get to like upgrade my enhancements or anything? No. That's fine.
I commend you.
All right, let's get some buffs going on here. Take out Wild Ape Man here.
Great.
Oh, that's right. 8-man attacks those that use skills. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, that was a mistake. I forgot about that. Oh, I still go first. That's fine. Alright.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear.
I don't think I'll be lucky enough that this is like one shot.
Illusions of the past.
Maybe. No, did a good amount. Did a good amount. He's angry now. Get a one-shotter. Oh, I didn't really do much.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Defend the weak.
Oh shit, okay,
Naughty
it worked.
children nap time.
He's taunted though, so he should still attack the MC here. Yeah, perfect.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward.
Nice.
Savor the vigor of
Oh, so close. Oh, he's gonna smack her now. Okay, that was definitely a bit more than last time. That's fine though.
Here is thunder.
Sweet. Just reset the blessing, I guess. Yeah, let's grab that. Though I've just finished, so it's probably pointless. Same with that. Sweet. I'm really puzzled as to why I'm in charge of the tutorial on the simulated universe. When did it become my responsibility? Sneering. Herta seems to have come up with a brilliant idea. I must bring Ruan Mei and Scrulium here and let them do some real work. Braille, you're about to meet some big shots soon. Nice. Those cute it changes too. Ruan Mei, I can join, but I don't think Stefan's opinion is helpful to the study of aeons. An indifferent voice emerges. She makes her statement clear and concise. A wild Ruan has appeared. Have you met her before? Herta frowns but does not probe. Genius Society number 81, Ruan Mei. A genius in the field of biology. Should I quote the evaluation from the IPC? Ruan Mei possesses extraordinary perception and cognitive integration abilities, easily capturing microscopic details of reality and synthesizing them into a torrent of information within her mind, which she uses for deductive thinking. She's very low-key. Low-key? That's hilarious. Okay. But then again, it's typical of Stefan to do things like that. We want to study the aeons, but I'm not sure about him. Herta looks back at you and continues, While I've explained everything I can, you have to count on yourself after this. In this expansion module, the flow of time is locked, so you'll see the simulated universe divided into several planes. Okay. Simulated universe, swarm. Alrighty. And with that, I will be back real quick yet again. see. Next plane. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. She did say like there's 3 planes, right? So let's do this guy. Second plane experiment. Seems like it grows. That makes sense. Starts small, gradually gets bigger. There any domain icons you don't recognize? You can view them here. Oh, that was a good crack. Okay. Sure. Sounds great. Blank domain makes sense. Combat, elite, boss, occurrence, reward. Okay, some new ones. Adventure domain. Excuse me. Complete the various challenges in this domain to obtain rewards. Okay, respite, transaction, combat swarm, special combat domain, defeat swarm enemies in this domain to receive blessings of propagation. Alright, swarm, special occurrence domain, swarm's alertness. Can be affected by the choices you make in this domain. The higher the swarm's alertness, the more dangerous special occurrence in the domain becomes. Okay. Maybe bigger rewards. Special boss domain, defeating the swarm true sting complete. In this domain can clear this run of the simulated universe. Okay. For beacons. Beacon. Enhanced beacon. Enemies and domains with this beacon are enhanced. Oh, so this is just enemies? When selecting a blessing after winning a battle, level up all blessings. Okay, okay. Mutation. Mutation beacon. Enemies in the domains with this beacon will become bugs. Oh, shit. After winning a battle, receive additional cosmic fragments. Blessing Trotter beacon. There will be a Trotter in domains with this beacon defeated to obtain additional blessings. Curio Trotter, cure the Curio Trotter beacon. There will be a Trotter in domains with this beacon. Sure. For now, sure. Then I wish you a happy journey. Bye-bye, simulated Ekavili. Okay. Well, I guess just hit enter plane. Okay. It's already chosen for me.
Want a spy?
Okay. And I'll take this. That's cool. Oh, I see. Okay. That's right, because this is plane 2. I should still have my buffs and everything. To your surprise, you run into a physical Herda puppet in the simulated universe. You need your cosmic fragments to buy things from me, Herda proposes bluntly. Don't stare at me like that. I'm just worried you might have too much money to know what to do with, but I reckon you're not good enough to get that rich. Oh, thanks, Herda. View blessings obtained. You still wanting me to go down the destruction path? Fine. Let's give this a shot. Let's do it. Boom. There we go, Herda. After using the path resonant, deal fire damage to all enemies based on HP difference between all allies' max HP and their current. Interesting. Sure. Sounds like a plan. Ah. Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's just use it here. They still want me going with the destruction, so we'll just keep going down that rabbit hole. Oh, I entered, already get the reward. It's not like it clears it. Shit, okay. Makes a bit more sense. Let's do this. Smack them all.
Time for the Radiant Spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
Don't mess with me.
Okay, that did a good amount of damage.
conflict is meaningless.
We'll use you.
I'll free you from your chains.
Take you down.
Disappear among the secret butterflies. Illusions of the past. Let me end your misery.
Perfect. There we go. Nice and easy. Ah, 2 waves. You know what? I've never used this. What's this look like? Oh, it's pretty cool. Okay.
Who's next?
Hey, energy regen.
Let me end your misery.
Nice.
I'll free you from your
Just
chains. Disappear
going, man.
among the secret butterflies. Illusions of the past. Let me end your misery.
Just a one-man army. Boom. Increase max HP when characters receive a shield. Let's just go max HP, right? Destruction likes their HP stuff. Less than 50% receive a shield. Heck yeah, let's do it. Boom. Okay, let's see. After using the path resonance, consume character HP and turn value into shields. Shit, okay. Character is hit and their HP is lower than 35% of their max HP. Path resonance will be used 1 time at no cost. Okay. Attacks destruction have a high chance to apply entropic retribution. What the fuck is that? Okay, attacks with path. Okay, decrease defense at the beginning of each turn. The unit receives. Okay, that's pretty cool. We are gonna play it safe though and do shields to start with. Feels like a good one.
Here is thunder!
I'm on guard.
Yeah, let's do that.
Now time. Let me end your misery.
Nice. Alright. Using their ultimate, characters gain a shield. Upon entering battle, characters gain a shield. Let's just grab this guy. Alright. What does the dice tell us now? Yeah. Heck yeah. Going adventure gaming, guys. So, from what I understand, I do whatever I need to do here and I get a reward. I guess how that works. Oh shit, trotter catch. By using attacks or techniques during exploration, you can catch trotters to earn points. Different trotters are assigned different numbers of points. Try catching trotters with higher points will help you reach the point goal faster. The more goals you achieve, awesome. Let's do this shit, guys. Oh, what's this do? What's this do? Is this for, like, down people? Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh. No, come back. Okay. Oh, I'm doing so bad. Oh, I'm doing so... Oh, no. I didn't... Ugh, god damn it. Yeah, just give me the basic treasure of ass. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Just grab you. Refresh that. increase max damage absorbed by shielded characters. Shielded characters have their attack. We'll just grab this. Absorb some damage. Yeah, let's go over here. Got today. A morning actor riding a cosmic elephant. Oh, morning. Okay, sad. Okay. A morning actor riding a cosmic elephant slowly comes into sight. She is still weeping. For some reason. Then she dismounts the cosmic elephant and offers to perform a special magic show to you for free. She stuffs your blessings into 4 cups in front of you. Then she quickly moves the cups around, and the show ends in an instant. The actor then places her hand on her chest and politely asks you to choose a cup. You can't keep up at all, just choose a random one. Ooh. I'll go more blessings. Yeah, it's fine. I don't have ice damage. 40% chance to transfer ice weak. I don't have ice. When the character deals damage to the enemy, there's a 2% base chance to freeze. Okay. When a character provides a shield, okay, they're all useless to me. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, we'll go over here. Let's reset. Well, let's just grab that then. It's increased break weakness damage and stuff. It's super useful. Okay. Oh, very nice.
What?
It's time for Radiant Spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
There's a second wave though.
Lamps ablaze. Flaming lamps. Forward!
Don't mess with me.
Let's take up the fish. Explosions are always nice.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Alright, that should take out these two here. Close.
You're in bad shape.
Sweet. Destruction. And destruction.
What a headache.
Here. There's thunder!
Defend the weak.
Kill that, yeah. It's down. Yep. Moving on to the boss phase. Destruction. Yeah, okay. When a character is hit. Yeah, I like that. Let's grab that guy. Because I have a feeling I'm going to hit 35% pretty quick. Let's do it. The boss.
When faced with an army,
I don't know why I
bide
thought
your time and time your attack.
I was actually going to be fighting the swarm there.
I command.
Will of preservation.
All right. Let's do this.
Great.
Alright, let's test this out. Wow, that did more damage than I thought it would do on a boss.
Time radiant spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I just realized the HP is horrible.
Follow my charge.
Just in time.
Shit.
Just a little something.
I missed something. Destruction. What did I cast that did that? I'm so confused right now.
Conflict is pitiless.
I'm on guard. Indestructible.
Look for everybody here.
Lamps ablaze. Flaming wind. Forward!
Nice.
You're in bad shape.
Alright, this should do some damage. It did.
Don't mess with me.
Alright.
I'm okay.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty obnoxious. God for shields.
There's no time to lose. Here. It's thunder!
Lance at the ready.
Who's next? Let me end your misery. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Alright, let's do this. And I'm gonna take track of the. Okay, it really does just eat their health.
Time for a shot.
But I'll have to be careful with that.
Thanks.
I'm very careful with that.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
What a day.
Go down with this. Sweet.
Battles are chess games. No two are.
Alright, so that should be the end of plane 2. Oh, that's the end of everything. Really? That surprises me. I'll be real. It's pretty interesting. I started exploring the disaster. Oh shit, there's another mission? No way. Okay, well, before that, persist for 15 seconds without entering combat. Sure. Mission, I assume, is that. Okay. Well, is there anything useful I can grab here? We weren't done with the details. No! Son of a gun. Can I go backwards? Sweet. Alright, let's get some of these rewards here. Nice. This will be super useful for the pools. Oh, I just talked to it again. Wow. That'll have to be for another day. I'm gonna end it here, guys. I will see you guys Friday? Yeah, Friday. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. But Friday for sure. Anyways, peace.